Yo, this is Afi Kingdom. Today we're going to talk about can there be two alphas in a relationship? Y'all put a fire sign in the chat. We're going to go through this intro and we're going to get it. In the chat, we're going to go through this intro and we're going to get it. In the chat, we're going to go through this intro and we're going to get it. We're going to start the show in 1 minute. Y'all get ready. And I mean 1 minute, literally. Whew. Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Boom. We're going to have a good show today. This is the Afi Kingdom podcast. I'm your host, Afi Kingdom, and we got the co-host, AV. Well, let me not say co-host. We just co-host, if that makes sense. Y'all didn't get what I said. Anyways, we're going to have an interesting conversation. And shout out to Jenee, because I like that the Barack and Michelle narrative. I like that you sent me that. That's why I posted that. See, I give people credit when they give me ideas. I'm not like you cats who like to steal and shield. You feel me? I got that idea from Jenee. So let's turn the cameras on. Let's get to it. AV, check in and pass it around.
Afi, your
My what?
There's an echo. There's a feedback.
Just pass it around after you finish, because they still making a lot of noise anyway. So I'm gonna mute my mic.
What's good, everybody? GTs, KPs. Yeah, I hear feedback though. That's the shit. I don't know. There's a.
I'm on mute. How is the feedback? That ain't me then, because I'm on mute.
Okay.
You good now? My bad. It could have been me. My fault. KPs, GTs, what's good? Yo, now you good. Afi's on mute because he's having some construction, some things being done to his house. It's gonna be a fire show, man. This is an important topic. I want to welcome Mahogany and Jenee. This is gonna be a good topic, man, because a lot of people feel that There can only be one alpha. And again, let me just say this. I mean, I'm an older gentleman. For those of you who don't know, I'm 46. I've had several long-term relationships. And things have changed a lot. I mean, I'm in the field, let's not get it twisted, but I have certain standards and certain things that I feel should be executed in a relationship. But it's going to be very interesting because we have Jenee and Mahogany, two young women that are going to give us some insight. You know what I mean? And it's very important. I want everybody to chime in. I want everyone to participate. Be respectful to our guests. And let's get it in.
Go ahead, Jenee. Where you at?
Okay, my bad, you guys. I just came back from
We can't see you. Okay.
Can you see me? Okay, so I just came back from going out and we're a little bit lit, so it's good.
Oh, good. That should make the show even better. Congratulations on the 1,000 subscribers too, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Rhonda.
I appreciate that.
So introduce yourself.
So I'm Jenee Amore. My channel is Jenee Amore with Amore Awareness. I talk a lot about relationships and self-awareness. I'm really big on self-help and self-healing. I'm going through a lot of that right now, just introspection and just looking at yourself and deciding like how to be the best you that you can be and how to be the healthiest inside and out. So that's my biggest thing.
Okay. Mahogany, nice to meet you. This is the first time I'm getting to meet you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Nice to meet you, and nice to meet Jenee. This is my first time being on a panel with her, but I told Alfie, like when she first came over here, I was like, I like that young lady. So I'm excited to be on the panel with both of you guys. But
I appreciate that.
No, absolutely. My channel is very unique in the fact that I don't talk about any one thing. I just give things from my own personal experience and viewpoint. So I do talk about relationships from time to time, but every once in a while I like to mix it up. I also do interviews, i.e. Alfie Kingdom, and a few other people. And one thing I will say about that channel, you never know like who I'm going to have on there. I have some liners lined up, but you never know. It's very, very random. So you just never know what you're going to get over there. So I like to keep people on their toes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh yeah, it's Diesel MLD.
Peace, MLD.
Look like they about to leave finally. Like I said, I told y'all before, I got construction right outside of my house. I'm gonna be muting it back and forth, and it's driving me crazy too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, let's start with Jenee. I want to hear what Jenee want to say.
Yeah, she lit too, so this should be interesting, girl.
Oh, yeah.
Don't hold back.
She's lit.
I'm lit in a lot of ways. I'm lit. So what do I have to say about this whole like I guess can two alpha males or two alphas be together, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I obviously posted Michelle and Obama because I feel like Michelle is an alpha female. I mean, is she not? Is she an alpha female? Would you guys consider her an alpha female?
I wouldn't consider no female an alpha female.
Let's go. Let her finish. Yeah, let's go.
But zero females are alpha females for me.
This is the way that I feel about it, honestly. I feel like we have like a lot of words kind of confused and definitions. We have definitions misconstrued because I think that you guys see women as soft and you see soft as beta. And so in your mind, there's no way that a woman can be alpha. But the truth of the matter is you're looking at the feminine aspect of a woman as femininity cannot be alpha. I don't believe femininity cannot be alpha. I believe that alpha is a way that you move and the decisions that you make in your life and the way that you, the decisions that you make in your life. So you can be an alpha person, but you can still provide femininity and submission to your man. So that's why I do believe that two alpha people work very well together in a relationship.
Thanks. Principal Bay said you are alpha female. No, you're not. You're a dominant woman. It's different. And if y'all wondering why I got this red hat on and this green coat, it's because I got on some army pants and some red and black Jordans. Because I know how you niggas on internet lately, y'all try to find shit wrong. No, I got on some red and black Jordans and I got on some green polo pants. Just in case. Like, hey, nigga, you ain't even matching. No, I am matching, fam. I got the green heart. Green. Here we go, bro. Fuck.
Mahogany, what say you about that? What say you? What are your thoughts on, can a woman be considered alpha, and can a relationship be successful with two alphas in there?
Well, I do think a woman can be alpha personality, and I agree with her. I think the definition needs to be clear because I think it varies from person to person. But I do think it can happen because I think the relationship I'm in, I believe that I'm an alpha. Just when I look up the word, my personality type, just kind of a take charge type of person, I believe that I am. But and I also believe that the guy I'm with is also. It's hard. It is hard, but it can it can work out if you're willing to compromise, if you're willing to work with the other person. So, and I just want to say this too, what a lot of people don't realize also is that most people have more than just one personality type. So if you're an alpha 9 times out of 10, you might have a little bit of beta and a little bit of, delta, a little bit of this going on. So most people are not just strictly one personality type. Okay.
Let me say my I'll let Afi go last. I'm with Afi in regard.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm talking this shit on mute. Go ahead.
I'm with Afi in regards to a female being considered alpha. First of all, I think Jenee said it and Mahogany agreed. These labels, these definitions and shit have gotten out of hand. You know what I mean? A lot of people use names and labels to label themselves. I think that the strength, I think a woman isn't soft. You know what I mean? I don't think femininity and being soft is beta. I think that only applies when it comes to a man. I think women are dominant, air quote, and alpha when they are in their role, as far as nurturing, being a mother, perhaps making a house, a home, etc. So their strength, women have different strengths from men. Men obviously have different strengths from women. I think the problem is the big debate comes from weak men. Men are very weak right now, and as a result of that, women have had to take the burden and pick up the slack where men are leaving off. You know what I mean? So a lot of men in this community would rather listen to dudes in a studio telling them what to do versus being out there trying to see what's going to work. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think men are should be the dominating factor in a relationship. But Mahogany says something very important. If you deal with a strong person, a strong woman and a strong man, it takes a lot of confidence in yourself to be able to suppress certain things in the relationship to make it work. But if it's worth it, so if I'm with a broad who's strong, I selected her, I've vetted her, and she is up to my standards, I will suppress certain characteristics because to create a harmonious relationship. But at the end of the day, I would never exploit a woman's femininity. But for me, I believe that I'm alpha. You know what I'm saying? So I choose accordingly. I don't choose a weak woman. I choose a strong woman, but I choose a woman who is strong and knows her role in her feminine spirit. And then at that point, we work on it. But again, you said something very important as well. Being alpha, being feminine, being strong is a daily thing, bro. We got to work on this shit every day. You got to work on being feminine. You got to work on not being objectified. You got to prove yourself. Men have to prove themselves, etc. So it's a daily grind. You know what I mean? And Jenee says she's growing and she's dealing with some shit. We all are. You know what I mean? So that in itself makes you strong, and that makes you more attractive to a person who is equally as strong and is looking for some type of guidance and leadership.
Real quick, Jenee, show your beautiful face. Your mouth
Bro,
is
we can't see you.
Oh my God.
Your mouth is on.
Nah, you good, yeah.
Let me address this comment by Principal Bay. This is the problem right here. So men can be both, but not women. That's the problem of the mindset. We don't complain about, I wish I could have a baby. It's not 50-50 each thing. Every time you want to do something, y'all can't join. It's not 50-50. You can do it, we can do it. No, women can do plenty of shit we can't do either. Y'all can do plenty of shit we can't do.
Wait, no,
so
wait.
Her saying that just says, we gotta do it. No, go ahead.
Why is it that you guys can have both feminine and masculine aspects, but a woman can't.
That's it. Because it is. How come women got breasts and a vagina and we don't? Because some shit just is what it is. You
But
got
you can
breast. Hey, I want
you can
breasts so
have a
bad, but guess what? I
and a
can't have
penis.
because I'm a man and because you're a woman. It's not possible. Like women can be dominant, but not alpha. So if you my woman, you cannot be alpha and I'm beta, bro. Like you might as well be my mama and I'm your son.
I agree.
Can
I
I ask
agree.
you a question?
What?
With the word alpha, when you say alpha, because that's in my mind, I'm thinking personality type. So because if it's the personality, then
You breaking up a little bit, babe.
boarding.
I'm talking about to Mahogany.
Okay,
Yeah, you're breaking up.
I'm
Breaking
right.
up, Mahogany.
Take your time. She came out. Jenee, it's on you.
Okay. I think that, I mean, there's a bunch of different, like, if there's an alpha and beta male, there's an alpha and beta female as well. Like, women aren't all the same. There's some women who aren't as, I would say, go-getters and driven and ambitious, and like there's a different type. I mean, what are the qualities of an alpha person?
And again, that's a good question. You see, that's the shit. Like me coming into this space, you know what I mean? Everything is so literal. You know what I mean? So I noticed that you guys that coach and shit, you have to break everything down to a granular level. You said something very important. There are two different types of women. So let's take out the label alpha and shit. You said some women are not go-getters. Some women are just, you know, happy and content being with who they want to be or being who they are. And then there are some other women who are go-getters, who entrepreneurs, who have an entrepreneurial spirit, which is an attractive trait. But again, for me, I want a hustler. I want a bro that's going to go get the money and shit because I'm secure. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of men can't do that. The problem is in the red pill community, a lot of these coaches and a lot of these people are sending people that cannot do what they are saying, asking them to do. They're sending them on suicide missions. So they tell them to do this, do that. And then they meet a woman such as yourself, who's an entrepreneur, who's strong, and then they want to badmouth you because you're strong and you have your own mind. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, for me, when I meet a woman and she has those attributes, it entices me. So at that point, but at the end, but when we have that union, you know, it's a matter of how I move and how the relationship goes on from there. But again, if a woman can adhere to some of the things that I'm looking for and she's worth it, then in turn I will adhere to some of the things that she wants as well. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But again, a lot of the subscribers and shit, they want to badmouth women because they're not listening to the failed strategies that they're learning on YouTube. And that's not what it is.
One thing I want to say, because I was in the clubhouse meeting and the argument was, oh man, you mean to tell me if a woman is good at something and you ain't, that makes her alpha? No, it don't. It makes her good at something that she is. It don't make you alpha. Mahogany, if you my girlfriend and I'm weak at math and you're fire excellent at math, you're not alpha. You just better at math. And you can help me. That don't make me beta because you know the shit more than I do. It's the presence, it's the leadership, not because that's what they were saying. Oh, if you're cooking, if she's a good cook and you're not, that means she's the alpha cooker. That's some dumbass shit.
That sounds crazy. I think there's like, that's interesting when you talk about what would be an alpha stuff. It's like, I really do feel like it's about what you're willing to provide to the relationship and the submission to the other person. I think that kind of goes both ways in a way.
I agree. The submission goes both ways. But for me in particular, I think that the submission is on my, you know, and it goes, I guess, for me to submit, you know, there are certain aspects because me being dominant, I would submit to a woman because I know that she's naturally insecure. And I would do it on my own terms to the point where to make her feel better. You know what I mean? I've done that before. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know what I mean? I make a woman feel good. You know, she's not all that, but I make her feel good in her attempt to try to be all that, you know what I mean, in the bedroom. And then I try to school her and tell her what I would like to do on the next round. You know what I'm saying? So submission, that's the thing. Nowadays, everyone's focused on words. Submission, alpha. Real alphas don't call themselves alpha, B.
Yeah. I don't consider myself alpha. I'm just a pimpy player ass motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Like you see,
but the easiest way for everybody else to understand, yeah, Jenee, I said it, is alpha. Because I try to make this shit easy for y'all. Because if I just be like, oh, what I just said, y'all like, what the fuck is that? But if I say alpha, then y'all know exactly what I mean. Like Jenee, she's a dominant woman and she runs shit. She's independent and all of that. But I wouldn't call you no alpha woman. You're just a woman who got your shit together and knows some stuff. I would never call my and let's talk about this, because and let me even be nice to the women. There can be two alphas in a relationship. Let's just pretend. But guess what? If you not the alpha in your relationship, is the man gonna get your pussy wet? Let's talk about that. So it's not about a relationship. It's about a relationship that works and that you're into, not one where you're bored and you hate this motherfucker because he don't know how to turn you on and you fucking your baby daddy still. Fuck all of that. And shout out for the super chat war report. Appreciate you. And let's have a super chat party, man. Y'all getting some good game.
Yeah, while Alfie's getting that super chat ready. Yeah. So let me expound on what he said. So, ladies, you know what I'm saying? Now let's leave the vocabulary behind, because real niggas in the streets, real niggas don't call themselves alpha. Real niggas don't say I'm red pill. You know what I'm saying? You can't, listen, again, I named my company Alpha Villains for the youth because they stuck on words. But if you see me in the street, I move different, bro. I mean, just the way I speak, I move different. And the thing is, it's all about, it's a vibe. I mean, it's innate. So for me, I would never, I want a broad, I keep saying broad, ladies, my bad. I want a broad that is a go-getter, because that's the only way she could keep up with me, because I'm a hustler. You know what I'm saying? I got so many things going on right now at once. I want a woman who's busy, if not busier than I am. But at the end of the day, I don't want a weak woman that can't stand, because it takes a lot to deal with me and to ride with me. So do you think a man that's not alpha is something that would get you sexually aroused?
Yeah, let's hear it. Shout out to Casper for joining the membership.
Mahogany, let's go, Mahogany. I mean, I know you're in a relationship, but let's go. What do you think from what you've heard from people you coach? What do you think? You know what I mean? Like, is alpha the attractive? Is that the one that secretly that women want to be with? Or,
I think, honestly, I think everybody wants to be with an alpha, but everybody can't handle an alpha.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Women can be that way too.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's not easy to be in that position, because it is a lot to deal with. That's what I was going to say about that part. But
expound on that. Expound on what you just said. You said that everybody wants to be with an alpha, but can't handle being with an alpha. Everybody wants to be with a baddie, but can't handle being with a baddie.
Let's go.
Everybody wants to be with a boss, but can't handle the requirements it takes to be with a boss. So talk to me, expound on that, Mahogany, because that was a good point.
Well, if a person, and it goes back to the definition, if a person is truly an alpha, by my definition, not only are they take charge, but they're in that lead position. So everybody is kind of like wanting that position. So it's almost like a constant competition if they're really an alpha. Like, everybody wants to be with them, next to them, seen with them. And so if you're the type of person that's more laid back, you might not like that. You might feel like your spotlight is being dimmed by them. So you got to be mindful of that, and they've got to be mindful of their partner too, because it's very easy to kind of forget, damn, it's not all about alpha. I'm going by the definition that I know.
Right.
So it's not, sometimes they can forget that it's not all about them. Not intentionally. Doesn't mean they're not sensitive and stuff like that, but they don't tend to show it. That's another thing, because they're so focused on getting the job done and getting things done that sometimes they can even be deemed as aggressive when they're really not being aggressive. They're just trying to get the job done. So it's a lot behind it.
It's deep. Jenee, what do you
real quick? That? Shout out to the chat room. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. See, I'm not being high post. Afi ain't being brand new. I had to put the fucking members only chat because I ain't got time for you women and haters and black pill guys, and y'all not about to be talking shit to Jenee or the ladies. So instead of having to block you cats, boom, y'all can't comment. So either if you ain't got a ranch, if you got a ranch, that means you can talk. And if you or you can join the members. So if you want to talk that bad, you got to join and cash out.
Let's go. Jenee got some heat. You're on mute.
Thank you, Principal Bay, for the super chat. Yeah,
Thank
man.
you,
I ain't got time to be blocking all these cats saying all this dumb shit. Who
I
hate
know they don't talk shit about me because I already know first.
it's members only, so they got to pay.
Nah, you good, Jenee. Go ahead.
You know, if you don't talk shit about me, at least pay. You know.
I mean, so what's good? So, Jenee,
that way.
can you expound on Mahogany's point? She had a really good point in regards to a lot of people want to be with an alpha, but can't handle being with an alpha. So what's your thoughts on that?
It's possible. I don't know if it's true that everybody wants to be with an alpha. I think that like some people probably want somebody who's a little bit more passive in a way. You know, there's some women who are very controlling or domineering, which is like a guy who's kind of, you know, chill and passive, and they're easier to deal with and easier to handle, you know? So I don't know if it's necessarily that everybody wants an alpha. I think that maybe alphas can be attractive, and that like can be attractive, and they can be attractive sexually.
Right.
But like as a partner, which is what women care about more, I think that it's whatever fits that person.
Well, let me ask you this. I'm not sure if you're in a relationship and you're younger. You said that an alpha is sexually, you know, more attractive, etc. For you, instance, are you, because you feel that you're headstrong and you're an alpha in your own right, do you feel that is that what you want? And two-part question, is that what you prefer? And number two, because you're younger, is that what you prefer right now? And then once you get older, and the term that they use in this community, hit the wall or approaching the wall.
Hold on, AP. Watch this. Hold on, Jenee, because we're gonna make it a 3-part question. Boom, Jenee, because you get dudes. Answer this along with that, and this is why you cats don't know how to talk to women. Can you be with the beta then? Let's talk about it.
That's the last question. Yeah. So Jenee, three questions for you. I know you lit, so we'll take our time with it.
Thank you for stuff. Thank you.
Nah. It's all good.
I'm doing it too. Don't feel bad.
I wish I was lit. First question is that what do you prefer? Number two, do you prefer that only because you're in your prime, I guess, right? And number three, or I'm sorry, damn it, you got me fucked up. Now, number two is would you still feel that way once you hit the wall? And then the last question will be Afi. So we'll repeat that one after.
Okay, so I'll say this. This is what I'll say. I'll say that I prefer certain characteristics and qualities of a man. Those characteristics and qualities are that of an alpha male, which is like someone who takes control, someone who is handles business, who is motivational, who has discipline, self-discipline. Those are attributes that I like about a guy. I don't think, I want an alpha male, or I want a beta male, or I want an omega. I don't think that. I think like I want a guy who I can build an empire with. I want a guy who can make sure that I'm on top of my shit when it comes to my business or what I need to do, just like I'm gonna be on top of him, just like I'm gonna nurture him, just like I'm gonna make sure I support his stuff. I want that in the same context. So if that's an alpha male, then that's an alpha male. If that's a beta male, then that's a beta male. But I need the characteristics and qualities that help and benefit my life, and that can be a good partner for me. Like that's what I care about. So, you know, are those alpha male qualities? Possibly. And I think that if I look back at my relationships, I've pretty much been with alpha males, but I mean, they also have certain characteristics of beta male too. And those are necessary when it comes to having a partnership. You have to have some give and take.
I might have characteristics of being rich, but am I rich? So what would you class? Yeah, of course. Just because alpha don't mean being tough and talking shit all the time and having big muscles. It is a mindset.
Facts. That's a very good point, Jenee. You said, well, let me ask you this. Ladies, let me ask you a question. Do you think that a woman wants an equal or in a man, or do you think a woman wants a man that they can learn from? Because Jenee, you kept specifying on what the characteristics you're looking for in a man that will benefit you. So there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? So a lot of niggas will bash a woman because they trying to get the bag. They using the dude or you know what I mean, they're using them to make themselves better. There's nothing wrong with that as long as the man knows what it is. You know what I'm saying? So again, a secure man, bro. No, listen, when you know women, you know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of can see 2 steps ahead if they're trying to play a game and shit, and you decide whether or not you want to stick with that shit or not. So at the end of the day, everyone's running game on each other. You know what I'm saying? Jenee's trying to get with a man that can motivate her, that can teach her some shit about some business and shit, take control. And if it's and me and her together and shit, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try to get what I can out of her, aside from just sex, shit that I can learn from her, or you know what I mean? Because again, a lot of women, right, that are considered air quotes for the streets, you can learn a lot from these broads, bro. So again, bad mouthing a woman for being a woman or looking out for her best interest is weak. We don't complain or bash women. We expose some certain truths about women. And I don't know these women. You know what I mean? I don't know them. But whatever a woman did in the past has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? It's how she's behaving when she's with me that matters. That's how I see it.
Hold on real quick. That shout out to I Am Verbal.
Super chat party.
You see, it's a super chat party. You see, you haters, women super chat. You see,
Let's
they
go.
ain't just trolling, they actually donating, fools.
Let's go.
It's the super chat party. It's a super chat party. Super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat party. Next one gonna be included. Shout out to I Am Verbal. Appreciate you, baby. What you was gonna say?
No, I was just laughing at you.
Oh,
Every time you say that, I get a little kick out of that. No, you're good.
Out of it. I'm glad you do get a kick out of it because I get a kick out of it too. What do you got to say? Can you be with the out? Because I mean, shit, I'm not tough all the time. I'll fucking paint and kiss my dog. So I got feminine fucking qualities if you want to generalize it like that, but I'll still knock your ass out too. Right? So I can kiss my dog, go in the kitchen with an apron on and cook some ribs and cook some eggs and shit and put a flower in the middle of it. But then I can give you a tiger uppercut as well.
Right. And that's the thing. That's the thing. To me, an alpha can be sensitive at times. An alpha can, I think, like I said, we'd have to clarify the definition for me to really answer it, because I do think a man can be all those things like Jenee was talking about and still be alpha. And to me, alpha just means a good leader, point blank, period.
So who's alpha? So you in a relationship, who's alpha?
I've already said what I believe, but I know y'all disagree. I believe that we're both alphas. We talk about it all the time. I didn't say he agrees with me, but
no, you guys are both. You guys both have good qualities and leadership qualities. Y'all not both alpha.
They're both alpha.
Does he call you? Does he call you his alpha woman?
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That was an oxymoron. I know he don't call you that. Because he is probably the alpha in the relationship. Yeah, you may take care of the house shit, or yeah, you may take care of the bills, or yeah, you may even take care of anything. But he is signing the shit when decisions are made. He gets the final call, or do you get the final call?
It depends on who's the best. I know you hate my answers. It depends on who's the best qualified to make the decision. You know what I'm saying? It really depends on the situation. Think about it. Husband and wife, both of them have good jobs. The one gets a job offer. That's something they have to discuss. But the one who's really bringing in the money, probably they're going to go with that spouse, whether it's the woman or the man. So I think it varies depending on the situation.
Okay. What if I'm a pushover, but I play professional sports and I'm bringing all the money?
I don't like pushovers. I'm gonna tell you, me, I don't like weak people. Period. I can't stand it.
I feel like even if I brought in all the money, I feel like a man can still be the alpha in the relationship because I'm allowing him. Because like when it comes to submission, I'm allowing him to be the leader. I'm choosing my leader. I'm allowing him to. I feel like he is. I'm not obligated. He's not obligated, but I feel like he is in a position where he has the qualities where he can lead me. You know, like I pre-vetted him. I made sure he had the attributes that I needed. And it's like I'm allowing myself to be submissive to him. I'm still an alpha woman, but I'm just allowing him to take the lead. And that's a part of submission, is giving the man the ability to even take that lead. I feel like
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, that was very good points. Both of you had very good points. Let me piggyback on Mahogany and then Jenee. Mahogany said it depends on the situation. Whoever is in a better position to make the best decision for the relationship, and that's the shit. You know what I mean? That's a very truthful statement. However, in my particular case, in my viewpoint, and what we try to encourage, we try to encourage men to be well-rounded, to think for themselves, to be at their peak as far as finances, mindset, health, etc. So that way, in theory, they can make the best decisions for the relationships. Now, it's not a dictatorship. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're doing the right shit, you walking, you know, you're sitting up straight, you acting like a man, more than likely, even if she's an alpha female, she will take the side because she knows you're going to make a good decision, the best decision for the relationship. A lot of times, you know, a lot of women speak the way you guys speak, not because men are very weak. Pushover men are very weak. I know a lot of dudes that ain't got no bread and the broad makes more money and they running shit. You know what I'm saying? It's about how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Like Jenee says something. She says, I allow him. Jenee's not going to tell the dude, I'm allowing you to do it. She's just going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, if I allow you, Jenee, to pay the bills or say, all right, you pick the restaurant, I'm allowing you, but I know it. We don't got to talk about it. See, it's all about movement. A lot of these niggas listen to YouTube and shit, and it's all theory. They have a big glossary, a big vocabulary, big words and shit they use on broads and shit. And the only people that understand this vocabulary is the niggas in YouTube. In the real world, niggas don't move like that. And women shouldn't move like that. And females, Steve Dean says this all the time. A female knows you way before you even approach her. She sees what's up because she chooses you based on how you moving and shit. And the man, it's up to the man to select. You know what I'm saying? So it really depends. So again, women are taking the roles of a man because men are not stepping up to the plate. And that's the fucking problem. So I don't blame these women for saying what they're saying. In Mahogany's case, it works in her case, but every person is different. Every relationship is different. But at the end of the day, in my view, I think the man should be alpha, contingent on him making the right decisions for himself and in turn for his girl.
Hey, because look, real quick, let me get this comment from Casper Singh. He been oil painting for 20 years while benching over 400 pounds. See, that's a whole statement right there. And for two, if I'm just keeping it 100. If my woman is allowing me to be alpha, okay, I give you that. I better not hear her say it though. Because if I hear my woman say she allowing me to be alpha and I'm paying all the motherfucking bills, guess who ain't gonna be paying all the motherfucking bills? You better keep that shit to yourself. You better not dare even think you can publicly say that shit, because I'll find somebody else who is submissive, who don't think and won't even use the word allow to me in my presence.
Yo, that's just what it is though. She's allowing you. That's what submission is. We are choosing what man we're allowing. We can't submit to all of you guys. That's illogical. That's stupid. That's not smart. That's not making a good, solid decision as a woman. That's how you get your heart broken. That's how you're naive. That's how that's how you become a prey. That's how you catch a predator. You know what I mean? Like, that's how those things happen. You have to be smart about who you're submitting to. So when it comes down to that, she's allowing you. She's allowing you. Yeah. You're the chosen one. And so that's why you need to appreciate that she's even allowing her guard to be down, her wall to be down, herself to trust you, and you can't take that for granted.
Okay, so this is the thing. You don't do nothing wrong, Jenee, because I know how you run your program. You like dudes to validate you, kiss your ass because you pretty. I get it. But what I'm teaching through you right now. That's what's happening. So no offense to you. I'm teaching through you. Dudes, if you got a woman who the allowed thing, it's not the fact that she's saying she allows it. It's the mindset that she's the first one. So if you have women who feel like they the first one over you, you're going to always be trying to climb up and shit. So some guys, Jenee, they don't care. Jenee, you can throw fucking cream pies at your dude. As long as he got hot ass and a cute face, and when y'all take pictures, he get hella likes on Instagram and be like, damn, bro, how you get there? He don't care about you throwing the pies in his face and shit and flipping the food over when you don't like him. He don't care about that because on Instagram, it look like it's cool. Shout out to my man Thor.
Peace, Thor. Let me read that. I love this topic. An alpha female is the opposite of a male alpha. It is like wolves. There is a alpha male. The alpha female controls the other females' access to the alpha male to some extent. Shout out, Thor. Let me say this. Jenee, you know what I mean? I respect the hustle. I respect how you move. You know what I mean? Again, you know why I respect it? Because I see it. I see right through it. You know what I'm saying? Like I could admire a hustler. The only time I will get mad is if I didn't see you coming and doing that shit to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm with Afi though. You know what I mean? I can't hear you say I'm allowing you to do it. You know what I mean? Nah, but I could imagine that you guys are talking like that with your home.
Yo, Drees had it on mute.
Now you good. Yeah, I can imagine you girls talking that shit. That's fine. But at the end of the day, the same way you think you allowing me to do shit, I'm allowing you to do shit too. So that's the shit. Again, when you know, yo, listen, niggas that talk the most don't know shit, quite frankly. Niggas that don't talk a lot of shit, they just move. There's a lot of loudmouths on this YouTube shit, and there's a lot of niggas that just their presence is loud. So at the end of the day, you allowing me, I'm allowing you. But at the end of the day, until it is no longer suiting me or I'm interested, then that will be the demise of the relationship. So bickering back and forth, I'm allowing you to do this, I'm allowing you to do that. That's not something that I want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, I am attracted to go-getters. I'm attracted to women who have that mindset. And I can handle women like that because I know how to handle women like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas that are mad at you and mad at other women who feel that way are mad because they can't handle women like that. So that's on them.
See, look, y'all don't understand. Like Jenee, she to players, they know what they getting. To guys that don't have no game, they think it's a cute face and they're gonna run her, and then she give them the fire light skinned session. All the light skinned women got fire sessions, bro. It is what it is. And you little too, it's ultimate fire. You can't deny it. The
light skinned niggas need to stick together.
Excuse me, not light skinned, but black and white ones, fire sessions, and you small. So that, but Mahogany on the other hand, she's so soft spoken and shit. She'll work you real good because she'll have you thinking she look like incense all day and shit like that. She like incense and just braid hair all fucking day, and then you get attached to that ass. And because I see Mahogany go off before on a few panels. She a little crazy, but you ain't gonna see. She talk like she's singing and shit.
It don't matter what race or anything someone is, they will go off on you. These Latino women will throw their chanclas. Okay, white women tires. It does not matter. I'll keep trying to categorize all of us as if our skin color even matters to like how crazy we are.
Put it in the chat. Let's ask the question. Do the light-skinned women have the fire sessions and be crazy and have the fire sessions? Especially
everybody can be crazy. The little
ones got the fire sessions, but the little ones and
Asian women will fire your ass up, and the Asian women will fire your ass up too. You just can't understand it.
I just slept with a lot of women, so I know what I'm talking about. I ain't going off like 7 chicks, 7 body count. I'm going off another body count.
Because I'm kind of far. I don't want to be all up on the camera, but you can hear me?
Yeah, we got you, Mahogany. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I agree with her. Like I said, this I'm older, but she is speaking the absolute truth, because women, like you guys are saying, and she said it too, she would never say it, but all women know when they submit to a man that that's what they're doing and is by their own will. For instance, basically, if a man asks a woman to go get a plate of food or whatever, and she does it, she's not forced to do that. She's just doing it because she's allowing herself to like cater to him. But if he thinks he's got that kind of control and pull, and it's no, I do this because I want to do it for you. Right. But the moment that you, start showing that you don't deserve it, a lot of those actions can be taken back. I think what she said is the absolute truth. Maybe women won't tell y'all that, but every woman knows that.
See, me and Afi know that. That's the shit. A lot of these niggas don't know that. See, the thing is, this very, very good point, ladies. Listen, man. Again, if I say, yo, Mahogany, can you get me a beer? And you get it for me, I'm not going to exploit that. I know that you're doing me that favor. So I'll reward you. See, the thing is, when a woman submits to you, it is in her best interest to do it if you make it her feel like it's in her best interest to do it. So you incentivize her another way. Jenee said something earlier. She said, men can be in their feminine, right? And do things and submit to a woman on my will. You know what I'm saying? But again, best believe if I submit to you and I choose to submit to you, there's going to be an ulterior motive. I'm going to get something on the back end for that shit. So Mahogany, if she's going to get me a beer, Jenee's going to make me a sandwich after a session. She knows I'm going to ask her for some tacos after that session because I think I did a good job. And then if she does gives me the tacos, then I did a good session. So it worked. So again, it is a give and take. But at the end of the day, men have to make women feel incentivized to cater to them. And a lot of niggas ain't doing that. Why? Because they ain't got no game. They're too busy listening to YouTube.
Let me ask the question again. I asked you guys in the chat a question. Do the light-skinned chicks and the slim ones have the fire sessions? And when I mean sessions, I mean sex, in case y'all didn't make the connection. That's the first thing. Let me read.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that allowing is what an alpha understand. It's either he achieves or he decided to move in a different direction. He controls his moves. Let me say that. Now I'm gonna teach you ladies down here a quick lesson in case y'all don't know. I'm gonna teach you guys. So a lot of times women come across alpha guys, right? And they feel like, Jenee may say he's hella demanding. Or Mahogany might say, "Oh, this dude got me fucked up. He think I'm a slave or some shit, or I'm supposed to listen to everything he say." Well, guess what? Guys who had that alpha energy, they've experienced it before. That's what we used to it. So that's what we know. And you might not like it, but guess what? We've got to this point because somebody been doing it.
Let me expound on that. Before the ladies chime in, because I know Jenee want to go in. Afi said, men like us, right, are accustomed to that.
Look,
You know what I'm
Jenee,
saying?
they say they're agreeing with me.
Yeah, now they're accustomed to that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, for me, this is where we go back to standards. Men having standards, men having requirements. Women have requirements too. If it gels and it matches, okay. Afi asked the question: Do the light-skinned broads have fire sessions? When you reach a certain age and you on your shit, fire sessions are irrelevant. Because at the end of the day, I know broads with 5 sessions and they ain't shit. I know broads that didn't. I had to school them on how I liked it. So it's not about the generalization if she's white and black, if she's dark skinned or whatever. At the end of the day, a man knows who he is and has to move accordingly and has to make a woman feel special in catering to him. And so you can't just say, yo, get this for me and shit and not give her anything in return. It don't have to be apples for apples, but it could be apples for oranges. So if Jenee's making me a sandwich, I'm motivating her. I'm teaching her how to get game. I'm teaching her how to run her business and shit. So she's going to see that. Now, if I, knowing what I know, she's not giving me any value back, then I'm going to cut her off. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. That's what it is. And for females, if the nigga's not living up to your expectations, cut us off too. That's the problem.
I honestly feel that way in any relationship, whether that's friendship,
facts,
business, everything. I feel like my saying is, if you aren't beneficial, you're artificial. And that's in every single aspect of my life. Like that's my friends were both.
Hold on, say it again, because
I like that.
Hold on, I'm a stick talker. Say that again, because I got to remember that one.
I say, if you're not beneficial, you're artificial.
Okay, so when you hear me say that, I got it from Jenee, because I give credit.
Jenee, go ahead.
Because that's been my thing for a long time. Is like all my friends are beneficial to me, and I'm beneficial to them. And so all my business partners are beneficial. We're beneficial to each other. Like you have to come and coming to somebody wanting them to do something for you. It's the same thing. It's a business transaction as well. Because when it comes to business, you can't just go out and ask people for money. Oh, hey, like give me some money for my business. You have to come and give them. You have to offer them. What do you offer for them? You have to come to them as if you're offering. What do you have to offer them for what you're asking for? How do you benefit them? And that's the same way that you enter a relationship. It's like you want to be mutually beneficial. If somebody's not mutually beneficial to you, don't deal with them.
Right.
Just
don't. That sounds fly and that sounds hot. And I'm just trying to stir up the pot a little bit. But a lot of dudes that know you on YouTube, or a lot of dudes that see women, right, categorize women, they'll say the right things on the first date. They'll say all the right shit, but they don't act like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women will think that they're bringing value to a man, right? Because they're pretty, they got a nice body, they know some big words, they know some philosophy quotes and shit. They got a couple businesses, etc. They think that that's value. Value is tangible. You know what I'm saying? You can't say I got this shit, but I'm not seeing anything. So again, a real man, I'm speaking for men, a real man understands where he's going and what he's looking for in that moment. Now, if the woman accommodates those needs, we can grow together. But a woman has to want to grow with you. A woman has to grow. Now, growing with me doesn't mean that you're just going to drop everything for me. You're going to grow in your own right too, because you can't be up under me all the time because I'm grinding. But when we do link up, with whatever you learned, whatever I learned, we bring that together and shit. You know what I mean? That's that pillow talk shit. But this is game for niggas that have game, that are more mature, that don't think all women are for the streets, but for the audience, for the the people that listening to shit. Men feel that women don't bring any value to the table. And that's, for the most part, I agree. A lot of younger women and older women, for that matter, don't bring anything to the fucking table besides their used up box. You know what I mean? Some kids, some bad credit, and a bad attitude. So we can't, men have to really understand that you bring the value to the woman. Now, if you happen to meet a woman like a Jenee, a Mahogany, that has some shit to offer, that's different. But for the most part, you ladies don't right now, you ladies don't represent the majority of women on this panel right now. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about all the scallywags and all the weak niggas that don't know how to vet abroad properly and get mad and start talking shit about them on YouTube.
You get LDA comment from me real quick, bro?
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to LDA. You have to train a woman to have a fire session that caters to the man. Absolutely. All that shit that other nigga taught you, I may not like it. You know what I'm saying? I may not like it like that. So it's all about how I like it and how you like it. So that I agree with that. Jonathan W says, submission has to serve her best interest. The issue is that men have issues establishing standards outside sex. They can always cut things off in the terms of the relationship if the terms of the relationships are not being met. Absolutely. But a lot of dudes can't because they're insecure. They don't want to see the broad go with somebody else. They're just weak and they don't have a rotation.
And let me clarify just to give y'all my vision, because I'll be having a vision for stuff. So we won't say all light-skinned women had a fire. Damn, it's so quiet in here now. They left. It seemed weird. Now toning out the noise. It's weird now. Look, okay, let's pretend they don't have a fire sessions. But even though they do, this is let me put it like this. The light-skinned chicks that slim, they nasty and they can have sex for a long time. Okay, that now we readjusted that. That was it. So yeah, they be freaky. And nasty don't mean lick toes. Nasty just mean like, let's do it. Come on. Jenee, you doing all them rolling on the ground and all that? Come on now, get out of here.
Let me. That was a good point, Afi. Let me say something that we mentioned earlier. A lot of women don't trust men to feel comfortable and secure to get nasty, to allow them to lead, allow them to pay the bills. Why? Because the man doesn't make the woman feel comfortable. I mean, everybody has a nasty gene. That, again, 46 years old. So we talking about this shit. This is for the youngsters. Everybody got a nasty gene. Sometimes you got to unlock that feature. Sometimes you got to tap into it. Sometimes you don't even realize you do some shit to the broad and she realizes she's a squirter. She's never squirted before. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's not about sex. It's really about how you carry yourself as a man. And being alpha means how you handle her in the bedroom, how you handle her when you out, how you hold her, how you talk to her, how you maneuver. And that's what it is. A lot of niggas don't know what they're doing.
I got a question.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on you. Can you read that comment for me real quick?
Yeah, hold on, Jenee, real quick. Hold on, Jenee. Casper for King.
I'm not gonna entertain. But
light-skinned women have all the fire. Okay.
I'm not gonna entertain it. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I was focused on something. You guys know I'm lit.
Be proud. We ain't say you broke. We said you got that set the fire sessions. You don't take pride in your fire sessions. So you got the wax sessions, or do you got the fire sessions? Jenee?
I mean, that's me and who I'm involved with, and it also depends on the person I'm involved with. Because sometimes there's some sessions that are hella weak, and it's because the person I'm involved with. So it's like it depends on the person, and it's like I don't know, talking about like training women like we're dogs. I mean, first of all, first of all, like I think that men have more orgasms than women. I think only like what is it? 60% of women have experienced an orgasm or something like that. Like men are having a really hard time giving women orgasms, and a lot of the times it seems like, I mean, a lot of times it seems like we're having to train guys, to be honest.
All
And you
right.
know, when they need to learn how to stroke. There are a lot of them are trying to stroke like they're porn stars. They want to whip out this little dick, and it's like you're not a porn star. You can't just you know. I had a boyfriend that stood up and just like he was like, "Do you want to have sex?" And then stood up and got butt ass naked and just whipped it out. Like that was supposed to like turn me on. Like that was foreplay. And it's like a lot of guys don't know how to do foreplay. Watch too much porn. You think that you know sex is like this porn sex, and you don't know how to like kiss. You don't know how to seduce women. You don't know how to like be sexy and seductive. Like it's just like you don't know how to ignite the fire or like and then when it even gets there, it's like you're not even stroking it right, you're not even using it right, you're not even doing the right thing, you're so selfish in the way that you're performing. It's like, so to sit here and act like women are the problem, it just blows my mind.
Nah, no doubt. And let me say something real quick before Mahogany's been quiet. I want to hear Mahogany's take, but let me unpack a couple of things you said. First things first, you broke out a statistic saying 60% of women achieve, or 60% of women don't achieve orgasm. The problem is one of the main reasons that niggas can't ignite an orgasm in a woman because they're desensitized. Y'all got several dildos, wands, massagers, and shit that y'all using, y'all plug in and shit, and not you. I'm saying in general. Y'all desensitized, and then when we try to go in and shit, you looking at us like we crazy. Now, a man who knows women, who secures, will incorporate that toy because he knows you're desensitized. So, like, yeah, break it out. I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? I'll finish you off while I'm laying next to you. Bzzz, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you said something very important too. Niggas don't know how to kiss. They don't know how to seduce women. They don't know how to do anything. Yo, I'm like, I hear these stories from women. I'm like, are you fucking crazy? That's how it starts. You know, when you talk to a woman, you seduce her mind, and then you go to the kiss. That sets the tone for the whole shit. And a woman that it doesn't have that nasty side, depending on how you kiss her and hold her, seduce her in her mind, that'll ignite her nasty side. So niggas need to go back and go and read this book. Hack her. You know what I mean? Because RPC, shout out to RPC, because a lot of niggas need to go back to the remedial shit to know how to seduce a woman, to get her there so she could trust you and get nasty with you.
And let me say this real quick, because it's all about mindset. Now I'm speaking for myself, right? This doesn't have to do with any of you guys. Now, I know how to have sex pretty good. Now, I'm not saying that to like flirt with you guys, but there's a reason why I'm saying this is because when I was younger, that's what I led with. Now that I'm older, I retract that. Yeah, AV. Yeah, that's the ghostwriter, bro. Thank you. Today, he blessed me every day. He blesses me. See, I don't lead with the sex. I don't. When I interact with women, I don't say I'm gonna knock you. I'm in the bedroom. I'm gonna show you all out. I don't even lead with that, bro. I lead with this. I lead with this. This is, and then some women ain't gonna like it. Some women want the sex shit. Well, I'm not for you though. If you into the sex shit, I'm not the one for you. We can get jiggy and stuff like that, bro. But if you want you want it every day, you just got to be in a rotation and just do your thing. Cause I ain't got it in me, bro.
Let me read Thor's comment, and then Mahogany, we'd like to hear from you. Thor says men use that language and take the ladies to another level. Slow down, take control, and talk and dirty talk, and command the ladies to new highs and orgasms. They will love you for it. Many men fall short here. Absolutely, Thor. That is a very good point. A lot of men don't even know how to speak. A lot of dudes sound like they're mumble rapping. Even they don't know how to enunciate words. Their voices, they speak from their throat, not their sternum. They don't even know how to talk to a broad. You know what I'm saying? They're nastier on text than in person or on the phone. And then y'all want the broad to be hot and bothered by you, but that doesn't work like that. Because again, remember, women have so much attention. They have 10 niggas in their DMs. If you think you're a cute nigga, it's not just that. You need to seduce her mind. You need to get her mind, her pussy wet in her mind. then that follows. Don't lead with sex, bro. The less focus you put on sex, the more it's gonna intrigue her too, because she's gonna be like, damn, this nigga didn't even try to touch me. And if you already laying it down right, by that time she's ready to go in. You know what I'm saying? So Mahogany, what say you?
Hey, real quick. If y'all donate, if y'all enjoying the stream, make sure y'all hit the Cash App and make sure y'all hit the PayPal or the Super Chat. Because we'll stop in like 20 minutes. If y'all want to keep this show going, because Mahogany on the panel and she donating. So thank you for the Super Chat. Afi 2 Fufu School. She already know. Support the stream. I got a question. This is a vote. It's 4 of us, right? So how would that go? So that means it would have to go the best 3 out of 4 or a tie. This is a question for y'all. I see Millie in the chat, and I know Millie can have y'all back and got a lot to say. If I want a 1999 for 1999, Millie can come up here and she gonna have y'all back because she a crazy Haitian chick that talk a gang and shit. Y'all want to bring Millie up? Would y'all mind? Mahogany. First off, we got Mahogany and Jenee. Would y'all mind or no?
No, she can come up.
But Mahogany, yes, chime in on
1999. Go ahead.
Chime in, Mahogany. What do you have to say? I mean, anything that you want to chime in on, desensitize women. Men don't know how to seduce women. Men don't know how to, men think that sex is all porn, all that shit. What do you think?
A lot of men do. And it's unfortunate, like, okay, y'all have taken me back. It's unfortunate when I was younger, this is gonna sound so bad, but a lot of women don't experience orgasms when they're younger because they're dealing typically with younger men that aren't experienced just like they might not be experienced. And so those statistics I believe are absolutely true. I went through that, but it took for me knowing my body as I got older and knowing what I like to be able to tell somebody else what I like to be able to enjoy myself. So
I'm gonna be honest though. I'm so sorry to cut you off, but I'm gonna be honest though. I don't think it's because those guys aren't inexperienced. I think it's because they are selfish. Because when I was in high school, I had a high school sweetheart I was with for years. He when I lost my virginity to, he always made me orgasm. He was not experienced. We were not experienced. You know what I mean? We were both each other's first. We were not experienced. We were experiencing each other, and because of our love for each other and desire to please each other, and because he cared about me, he made sure that I was satisfied. And I feel like that's what's missing from a lot of relationships is men are being selfish in bed because their intention is to go and have sex with women. That's what you guys talk about all the time. That's what's come up multiple times in this conversation. Is the intention is to have sex with us. And so when that becomes the intention, you don't get everything that you need out of that, which is maybe like great, intimate sex, passionate, fulfilling, orgasmic sex, and even a fulfilling relationship at that.
Let me expound on that. You said something important. You said selfish. I think men, people in general, but let's talk about men. Men are selfish because they don't have an abundance mindset. They don't have an abundance. It's all about me, me, me. It's a crab in the bucket and shit. Again, this is the shit. Men want to be red pill. They want to be alpha. They want to act a certain way. They want to use different words and shit, but their mindset's not congruent with their actions. They know how to text. They know how to text abroad. They're gonna promise you they're gonna do all this shit to you, but then inside you, they come in 2 minutes. And if they do come in 2 minutes, they're about to go. So the thing is this, Jenee said some shit. She said, you know what I mean? When she was younger, the guy that she was with made her orgasm a lot. I think there was some emotional triggers involved in that as well because you have feelings for her. That's what we're saying. You got to have game and you got to know, you got to entice her mind. Yes, she got a fat ass. She cute. She got big titties, all that shit. But if you don't get in her mind, that body's going away. That's like having a sports car and not driving that shit right. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of you niggas are leaving these broads unused, and that's why they're cheating on y'all. Not to say that they won't cheat on you anyway. You could still dick a broad down real good and she'll still cheat on you. That's fine. But what I'm saying is a lot of these niggas don't know what they're doing. It's like reading a book on how to do some shit and not practicing. And then when they get lucky to get with a Jenee or a Mahogany, they don't know what they're doing. So now Jenee's pissed. It's 2:00 in the morning. She calling me and shit for a real session, theoretically. And now that's what it is. And then the nigga find out and then the nigga mad at her. So that's the shit. Men need to take accountability for what they're doing. Listen to women. You don't have to like Jenee. You don't have to like Mahogany, but listen to them because they're talking that real shit that women talk about. How you gonna? It's like you can learn more from a woman by being with a woman and listening to a woman than a man. Niggas want to learn about women by listening to men.
Watch this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ladies, y'all not acting all crazy and shit, cussing us out, even though we don't agree. Why? Because we're alpha. But we didn't have to tell y'all that though, right? Because alpha's an energy. Yeah. Y'all not gonna get up
but
here.
It's in the way that, you know, it's in the way that you conduct and you present yourself to others as well. Because if you present yourself a certain way and you carry yourself a certain way, then you're gonna get the same respect that you have for your own self. It's an energy that you put out.
Very well said.
I really wanted to say that real quick. Shout out to Jonathan, the super chat. Shout out for the fire content every single day. My ghostwriter, he sends me a letter and then I get my stats. That's why. Hey, this is the reason why I brought that up is for this. Because dudes be feeling like you gotta be kissing women's ass in order to you feel what I'm saying? Like they be scared to disagree. So they feel like they don't want to, just like I was talking about the clubhouse, like they be feeling like in order to attract a woman, they gotta agree with everything they say, and it's the exact opposite. Y'all feel what I'm saying, ladies? Like they don't want to rock the boat. So if you so Mahogany, if you say you like seafood, right? So say the dude say he hates seafood, but he'll be like, oh, I like seafood too. See, because they don't want to mess up their chances. But you can, but the alpha dude knows, hey, I don't like seafood. That's you. Because we don't really care if you come, that's cool. But if you don't come, that's even better.
What would be a nice move in a situation like that is to show some leadership skills and compromise and say, well, babe, I know a restaurant that sells seafood, but you know, they got some other stuff that I like. Why don't we go there? You don't have to be, you know, crazy about it. So that's the alpha move.
Yes, a little. I didn't mean to cut you off, Mahogany. A little surf and turf. You know what I mean? You have the lobster, I have the steak. And you said something very important. I have a question for you, Mahogany. Jenee said, it's how you are conducted, how Afi and I are conducting ourselves, the energy. So I have a question for Mahogany, since you're in a long-term relationship. I know they talk about this. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Is that a true statement in a relationship? Because we're not agreeing. I mean, we're standing on our square, but you guys have your own points of view too. So is it really that important of how you say? Should I just be able to say what the fuck I want to say and you could deal with it? Or it depends on how I say it?
No, it absolutely depends on how you say it. Who wants to be yelled at or talked to aggressively or belittled? You see a lot of that on YouTube, and that's why they get the responses from women that they get, because they don't know how to talk to women. They don't even know how to talk to people. It's a human. I'm a human being. Jenee's a human being. Just be respectful to another human being. So you're showing me that you're not a leader, because a leader knows how to deal with people.
Let me real quick.
Yeah.
Shout out to Michael Boyle Hassan for the super chat. I want to say this too, because people have this vision of what alpha is, right? Let's throw the pimping in there, right? We got different kind of pimps, just like we got different kind of alphas. So some pimps, they all in your face with the campaign. Some pimps are finesse pimps. They ain't gonna touch you. They ain't gonna repeat themselves, right? But is there such thing as a beta pimp? No, a pimp can't be beta, because you got to be so high up here to control all of this. You can't be beta and be pimping, bro. But then there's pimps who ain't confrontational, who gonna talk to you nice, who gonna say, baby, you did a good job. Here go these flowers and the Gucci stuff and all of that. But it's still finesse. It's not tough. It's not tough with it. It's not demanding. You better do this. But that's the real game, right? So that's what I want to say.
Now, let me say something on what Mahogany said. You know, you're a human being, and you girls are. And again, we appreciate your energy, because I know Jenee has gone in on some people, and I've even seen Mahogany go in on some people too. And everybody's got a bad side. I mean, I'm not a nice dude. I mean, I've never been called a nice dude. I could go in too, but I know how to conduct myself. That's a real man. A real woman knows how to conduct herself around real men. So we appreciate your energy. But Mahogany said some shit. She said, yo, I don't want to be yelled at. I don't want to be talked aggressive to. What I have found, because women are typically more emotional and I'm a little bit more stoic and a little bit more assertive in my delivery. Sometimes I try to water myself down because I do know the characteristics of a woman and they still don't get it. So I got to explain the same shit to them 2 or 3 times, or they want to know something and shit and it's not that. And I got to explain it to them 2 or 3 times. And then in that third time, it escalates. So to a point where you fucking understand. Now you disregarded the first 2 times I tried to explain it to you, but now you hold on to the third one. So then I'm the bad guy. So I agree with you in a certain way in terms of, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. But I find that it saves less time. It saves me more time to just be stoic and just be very direct about what I'm looking for. And if you can handle it, fine. Now, if I find value in you and I want to vet you and I can see it going somewhere, then I'll decide whether I water that shit down and try to explain it to you. But when you're with a woman, she starts to understand how you move, because women always study men. That's why they ask questions. They study how you move, how you answer a question, what you don't answer, the times you pick up your phone, the times you on your phone. They taking data on your ass. So a real woman will find out how a nigga speaks and moves and shit. And then if she wants to be with him, she'll move accordingly. And if it doesn't, and if I'm yelling at you, you don't like the way I spoke to you, we could talk about it and come to an agreement. But I find that a lot of women don't like what they want to hear, what they want to hear, not what they need to hear. What do you say, Jenee?
I mean, I understand what you're saying, because of course I think people want to hear what they want to hear. Not everybody wants to, that's pretty normal. But so, I mean, but I definitely agree with your standpoint. I want to hear what Mahogany has to say about it.
Um,
I want to hear what you have to say about it.
well, honestly, I've been like in sync with you the whole time. I'm not kissing bad. I'm just telling you the truth. I already told Alfie from the first time. I said that girl reminds me of me. Like, honestly, yeah. So I don't really have anything extra. What? I'm just being honest. I don't have anything extra about that. I just know this. And Jenee, you answer this. I've been with men that have tried to kind of come at me at a dictator type of attitude and do this and very just loud and aggressive. It did nothing for me. Another man, say I'm in a relationship years later, who's soft tone, he barely has to do anything, and I am so open to possibilities. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave it at that.
You know what?
Yeah. No, I totally understand that. It's like, it's crazy because it's like, to me, I always tell guys, like, I'm following your lead. Like, I'm following your lead. So that means anything. So if you're gonna be aggressive, I may either be aggressive or I'm gonna fall way back. Like, I'm gonna, it's like that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to follow a guy's lead in many ways. If he pulls back or he's a little bit distant, I'm going to kind of like give him his space. I'm going to be a little distant too, If he falls forward and he wants to talk to me, I'm going to want to like, okay, let's engage, let's talk, like I'm going to follow his lead. And so when it comes to how he communicates with me, if he approaches me with problems or situations in a way that's like he wants to resolve the problem, he's not accusing me, he's not minimizing my feelings, he's not belittling me. He's not name calling. I hate when guys are like, "Oh, you're being childish." Like, just because I'm telling you my feelings, that's not cool. Like, or like, "Oh, that shouldn't matter to you." Well, it does. Can we like figure out how to make it so that my feelings are here? I'm telling you about them because I want to resolve them, not because I want to accuse you of anything, not because I want to create a problem, but because I want you to help me resolve these feelings I have. And I think that a lot of men don't understand that when women come to them with, these are my feelings, I'm feeling unimportant, I'm feeling undesired, I'm feeling like you don't give me enough attention, I feel like you don't call me enough. It's like, really, they're saying, I miss you, I want to talk to you more. And I think that communication, and that's something I'm learning right now. And I'm actually like learning more about right now, is just how to communicate more effectively to where you get your desired outcome.
I think that and I'm glad you're doing that. Shit, I'm learning how to communicate, non-verbally. Because again, a lot of people, I'm a hard pill to swallow. I'm saying I'm very assertive, but again, I know how to act. But There's a different way to communicate. A lot of people want to communicate by text on words and shit, but they're not congruent with the way that they move. So you can get a lot, you can learn a lot about a person on how they act and shit. You said something just now too. You said if a nigga's pulling back, you gonna pull back. That's when strategies fail. You know what I'm saying? Strategies backfire on niggas and shit. And when a nigga I didn't mean to cut you off, Afi. A nigga implements a strategy that doesn't work, then he gets emotional and starts calling you names and starts bitching at you. That's the shit. A lot of these niggas' strategies work to a certain degree, but at the end of the day, there's nothing like being in the field and understanding what a woman wants. And if you understand women and she's not in line with what you want, leave her.
Right.
Don't try to change the broad. The broad's going to change. Listen, a broad will change if it is incentivized for her to change in the relationship and she sees value and potential in the relationship. Why would I change if there's no incentive for me to fucking change?
I just wanted to say one thing. You didn't cut me off. I was just saying I'm up next. I got a question for both the ladies. This is kind of off topic, but still a teachable moment because I want to be able to teach with women through y'all sometimes, you know. So when you guys, this for Mahogany and you, Jenee, when you're not interested in dudes, because I heard you talk about how you pull back, right? So when you don't have interest in dudes, both of you, how do you go about that? Are you the kind to be like, hey, I don't like you no more, this shit is whack, or do you pull back, or do you kind of go ghost? Like, I'm kind of just curious, and you guys can maybe talk about behaviors that you guys have had currently or in the past of when you want to get rid of guys. Who want to start? Go ahead, Jenee, go. I'm curious too. I'm curious.
I guess it depends on what they do. If I don't have interest in them, usually they probably did something to me.
Okay, let's say a situation where we got a 3-date scenario. First date was cool. And you was like, I wanted the second date. Second date, he messed up. And third date, you just wasn't feeling it. So now what happens next?
I'm probably gonna just distance myself.
Distance yourself, like you're not gonna reply, like you go ghost?
It's like the responses will be shorter. Maybe like I may take longer to respond. Maybe maybe it's short. Maybe it's like I don't really want to make plans for the next time. I kind of might have excuses.
Okay, let me add this. Is this a situation where is it a situation where you're reacting off how you feel? Hold on, let me zoom to myself. Are you reacting on how you feel? Is like I'm not as interested, so I'm not replying as fast, right, and I'm not into it? Or is it a situation where you're doing that so he can leave you alone? Make sense? I'm
not as interested, so and I don't care if he leaves me alone.
But it's not a strategy though to like piss him off, because sometimes that can make dudes do more pursuing.
Yeah, no, it's not a strategy. I'm just not interested. Because like I have quite a like when I think about it, I have quite a few examples of that. You know, it might be like for one, like I remember there was one time I met a guy. He seemed like it was cool. The first date was cool. Like we had a cool regular first date. The second time I met up to like we were gonna all go out with like a group of his friends. And I met up to pregame with him, like, you know, with like at his apartment. It was dirty. It was disgusting. It was nasty. It was so, I couldn't believe he even could bring a woman there. And like the way he was with himself, you know, I mean, he had his like, you know, he was all dressed up nice and nice stuff and nice. No, he did not live the way that he looked. No, he did not. It was disgusting. The bathroom was nasty. I couldn't do it. Like there was just no way it wasn't happening. So like, I didn't really tell him. I just didn't talk to him. I never went on a date with him again.
Uptown Sonnet said, "Why don't you just be honest and upfront with him? Makes life a lot easier." I gotta stick up for Jenee.
Well, it's like it's like I don't want to embarrass him. I don't want to, you know, it's like men have egos and stuff, and it's like we do a lot of protecting with men's egos as women. I feel like we do that a lot, and it's like I don't want to go and be like a bitch and be like, oh, your place is disgusting. I don't ever want to be here again. I can't believe you brought me here. And now I'm bougie. And now I'm, you know, I don't want to do that. I just rather not talk to you. It's just not my standard of living. It's just not.
I get what you're saying, but I gotta side with you on this. Because, you know, I create content, but you guys know I coach behind the scenes, right? So I get to hear the other side of the dude. You know what I'm saying? Of the women they tell. So like a lot of times, I can see why women kind of will get distant, because a lot of times when women get distant, it makes dudes super extreme with them. Like a lot of guys, when they hit me up, it's because the women got distant and they're like, man, she ain't texting me no more. I sent flowers, she didn't respond. You know, but it's them getting rejected that's making them do that. So it sometimes I get it how women just wants it to die down rather than say, you know what, I'm not feeling you no more. Because what happens is sometimes dudes get to go into I'm a fix it mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I thought you was cool, but you're not really in the church, and I am. Well, guess what? I know I'm open to it. See, now you're in the situation now.
Let me say this before Mahogany goes. Let me piggyback or unpack what Jenee said. First things first, bro. A lot of dudes need to stop waiting for the woman to determine the outcome. You have to have discernment. You have to know, like 2-3 dates and shit. If the date didn't go well on the first date, what makes you think it's gonna go good on the second date? A lot of niggas are waiting for broads to ghost them. So that's a lack of experience. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas are waiting for the broad to call them back, to ghost them and shit. If the date didn't go well, you know you put your best foot forward and the broad didn't, then why are you going on a second date? Why are you giving her a second chance? If she feels that the date went well and she had a bad night, she's gonna try to pursue you to try to make it up to you. That's number one. Number two, Jenee said she went out with a dude and shit, and his crib was dirty. Why? Niggas need to really start taking responsibility and understanding that presentation matters. You know what I'm saying? Your attire matters, the way that you groom, the way that you handle yourself. If you want to bring a bro back to the crib, clean up the crib. So a lot of guys will do shit or will not put effort into themselves and then get mad at the broad because she ghosted him. That shit makes no sense. So again, men would rather blame a woman, which is typically a female trait, it's an emotional trait, instead of looking at themselves in a mirror and saying, okay, you know what? I could have done better. If she ghosts me, I get it. Keep it moving. Especially if you dating, why are you just holding on to one broad? Like for me, if I go out with a broad and shit, and she doesn't call me back, and I know I did my thing and shit, she's not interested. That's okay. Not everybody likes light-skinned niggas, bald niggas and shit. And that's okay too. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I know that if you know that your crib was dirty and then you getting mad and shocked that the Jenee didn't call you back, maybe because your crib was fucking dirty. Niggas need to understand that.
I've got ghosted before too. You know why I got ghosted? Over pursuing. It's the same shit. So it didn't happen one time. It happened every single time.
And if she's interested, you got
enough to learn. Like, hey, over pursuing, it don't pan out. And whenever I over pursue, and the girl's interested, I'm not smashing. I'm not spending time with her. Well, wow. Let me stop over pursuing. Problem fixed. You guys don't go problem fixed. You keep doing it because you're thinking, oh, well, maybe that's just her. Oh, well, maybe that's just this one. Like, no, bro. Like, no, women don't like long ass text messages and shit like that. They don't want you to send flowers. So they, even though they may think they want you to.
No, they do. They do like that. But
it's creepy when they gotta fuck with you first. They gotta fuck with you first.
They after sex.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. I'm not talking about dudes you fuck with. I'm talking about in the pursue mode. Like, dudes are like, oh, I'm gonna just send some flowers to a job because I'm a good guy. Oh, I'm gonna just tell her good morning. She don't want flowers and good morning from you, fool. She don't know you.
Facts. Mahogany, what say you?
The question was how would we break up with a dude?
No, like if you're like what tactics? I mean, that you've heard. Would you, if you're not interested, you go out with a dude, you meet a dude, he seemed cool and shit, and he was just whack. Do you ghost him? Do you give him the courtesy to say, yo, you know what? This isn't going anywhere? Because I find that a lot of women will ghost a nigga than be mature. But for me, I'm not gonna wait for the broad to ghost me, because if I didn't like it, I didn't like it. And if she didn't, and for me, if she ghosts me, it's her loss. Maybe it was an off time. You know what I'm saying? So that's my mindset, though. I think a lot of men need to understand that. Stop waiting. I think men should start trying to determine the outcome of their life versus relying on another person that they don't really know for the outcome.
You know, one thing I got a problem too was with guys be trying to make situations happen. Like, bro, if you meet a chick and she didn't flake on you like 3 times in a row, bro, she flaky. Like, so why do you want to? That's not a good characteristic. Why do you want to win her over to not be flaky anymore when she's when you flake? Well, if I
I don't
give her
flake on guys I'm interested
after
in.
I hit, she won't be flaky no more. Like, no, bro. Just because women don't like you, that doesn't make women don't like you. When flaky is flaky is a characteristic, whether you like them or not. Some people just like me. I got a problem with misplacing shit. I be on the phone talking, my phone ring. I put my phone in the refrigerator or some shit, and be like, damn, where's the remote? Oh, it's on top of the wherever, just because I be boom, boom, boom. So,
but you heard what Jenee said? Jenee said she don't flake on niggas she's interested in. Boom.
I look
Simple.
forward to those. I look forward to a meeting with the guy I'm interested in. I'm looking forward to the date. I'm looking forward to the
It's simple.
conversation.
It's
I'm looking
simple.
forward to a phone call. I'm looking forward to a text. I'm looking forward to being with somebody I'm interested in. I'm looking forward to that.
That's what it is, and they get consultations from Afi. Hey, how come she didn't? How come she didn't call me back? Because she's not interested, my G.
Do you guys ever feel instant attraction, or is it usually like worked up because of how he is or his charisma, or is he looking, or have you guys met guys and you just be like, ooh, I like him, I want him,
this
funny stuff like that? Take the money out of it.
That happened to me.
Tell the story. Let's hear about it.
As soon as I saw him, I said, he's mine. He's mine. That's one. I saw him.
Oh, not before you met him. As soon as you saw him, you thought that?
As soon as I saw him. But that was the only person. I've never been like, it hasn't been like that. But that was the only person who's like, oh, yeah, that's the one.
You seen him in the gym, he had the gray sweats on and you wanted him, or something else?
No.
Well, hold up. Let's circle back though. Let's circle back on Mahogany. From what your experiences, Mahogany, do you find that? Do you agree with Jenee? I mean, are you gonna flake on a nigga that you're interested in, or is there, or have you just ghosted somebody you're not interested in? Man, fuck it, let me just not even call him back.
No,
hopefully he gets to him.
You're right. I think anybody, if they're interested in somebody, they're going to show it. And to answer the question about how I would break away from a person, I'm pretty direct. I'm nice about it, but I'm pretty direct. And if they've done some things, I'm going to let them know. I had a dude. I'll share a story. This was during my drought. Okay, I went through some years. I was just during a drought, and went out with a guy. He invited me out. I hadn't been out in forever, so he wasn't really my type, but I went out with him. Don't you know, when we got when we got there, he didn't have any money, and he invited me out. So I was really steaming about that. So I ended up paying for the day. I was pissed the whole fucking time looking at this motherfucker. And then to boot, when we went, because we went out to a movie, and God, this was horrible. I was young, y'all. Because me now, I would never do that. I would leave him right there. But I would pay for my food and leave his ass right there. But I was young. And then when we went to the movies, he had a flask of liquor. I don't know if it was a 40. I don't know what it was. And I was just looking at him like, are you serious? So to answer that question, never again in life. Never again in life. He would have never heard from me. The only reason he even saw me again is he knew where I work. So he stopped by my job one day and was like, what happened? And I was like,
men don't have a clue.
I know what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna say something that you players are not gonna like. Y'all gonna hate me. Go ahead and get ready for the thumbs down now. But I'm just telling y'all from wisdom, right? Now, this is based off of Trav's comment in combination with Oaktown comment. I gotta keep it real with y'all. He said so Oaktown's finest said ghosting is goofy shit at the end of the day if we keeping it real. And then Trav says flaking and ghosting is a part of the game, but it's hella weak. Guess what? It's not hella weak to me. Look, I feel like you should never go ghost on somebody maybe who you were in a relationship with and it's not working out. I feel like you owe them somewhat of an explanation. Just out of respect. If you've been dealing with somebody 6 months and they didn't met your mom and you didn't pick the kid up from the baby mama's house and shit, and you didn't cook, and then you went to he's seen you do ice skating and all of that shit and was clapping for you. If y'all had that type of situation and you're not into it, you owe it to him out of respect to like verbally tell him. Only because if he did that shit to you, you would expect it as well. You would expect, damn, I used to take your kids to school. I used to do all of this. We was doing P90X together, all of this shit. Now you just gonna go ghost. That's fucked up. So that's the first thing I want to say. But the part y'all not players, it's not weak because you shouldn't be having entitlement issues with new fucking bras that y'all ain't even met yet. It shouldn't matter, bro. If you meet a chick and you send her a text and she leave you on red or ghost, she's not fucking scandalous. She don't know you. When you met her, she had a good day, and when she got back, she was like, I miss my baby daddy, and she don't know you to be like, hey, you know what? Even though we only talk one fucking time or no times, I'm not going to reply to you because you know what? You caught me on a vulnerable day, and I'm going to continue my relationship with my baby. You don't owe a stranger that. So no, if you guys on Tinder and you got to get the phone number and they leave your, that's not. So what? You're not supposed to be liking her like that anyway for it to matter because you ain't never hung out with her. You ain't never want to date with her. You don't know how she is. She might be a cheap ass motherfucker. She might be rude as hell. Y'all haven't built enough rapport for it to matter if she go ghost.
It's unfortunate, man. I mean, you know, again, 46. I'm gonna keep saying that shit. I'm gonna be 47 this year. Yo, these niggas don't have a fucking clue, B. Yo, I can't listen, man.
What y'all think in the chat about what I said? Let me see what y'all think in the chat. What AB said.
Nah, no doubt. Ghost Rider, Ghost Game. Yo,
what I say wrong?
Nah. Check it. What Mahogany said. You know what I mean? There's niggas, the older niggas that will do that shit. Mahogany will come out, hear a content creator say, "Yo, don't pay on the date." Ask you to go out on a date and not pay and not have no money and think that and then will have the nerve to talk shit about you because you have a fucked up mad attitude about it. A lot of niggas will want to bring a lot of niggas will want to smash and the crib is dirty. Niggas don't have any common sense, bro. So again, you can't manage your household, you can't manage your finances, but yet you want to be alpha and you want the bro to get you a beer and make you some tacos. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't connect. You know what I'm saying? Real men start with yourself, manage your finances, get your shit together and shit, or keep it real. Yo, listen, you know what I mean? I'm tight right now. Let's go grab a coffee and shit. And if she's into you, then she'll respect that more than trying to play it off and say, yo, let's smash it. My crib is dirty, leaving the lights off. That shit is weak.
No relationships, players in the chat. Y'all not gonna like this. No relationship counts until you enter vagina. It don't matter. It don't matter if y'all used to talk on the phone for 3 hours a night. That don't matter. If you used to talk to her, it don't matter if you took her to Crustaceans, Benihana, and Baskin Robbins. If you ain't put it inside of her, y'all ain't got no relationship like that. Unless you a pimp. And if you a pimp, guess what? You ain't gonna have them kind of problems. See how I fixed it? If you a pimp, you don't have them kind of problems. So because it's a different mindset and a different situation.
I'm glad that you pointed that out. Absolutely. Once you start, you definitely owe something.
Hey, B, hold it down real quick. I gotta go downstairs real quick.
I got it. But so hold on, Mahogany. You said that once we start this, what is that? What'd you say?
You know what Alfie was saying. Once you have laid with the person, I feel the least you could do, and you want to break away from it is you need to have a conversation. And don't text it, and there's just, my whole thing is, and I know I sound old school, but it's the truth. Treat others the way you want to be treated. That's just the way I was brought up. So if you don't want somebody to treat your daughter or the women in your family like that, don't treat women poorly. You know what I'm saying? If you're not feeling her and you've already been intimate with her, have a relationship with her, she is due some kind of respect. She is due something. You don't just ghost a person like that.
You know, I like what you're saying because you know you're old school and shit, but that unfortunately that doesn't represent the majority of the women today. Being promiscuous, laying down with a broad is so easy, and so for me and for most people, so quick. A lot of it doesn't matter after that point, it's done. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women in society are promoting women to be promiscuous, to be free sex and shit like that, and they'll ghost your ass even if you rock their world. So yes, I agree with you because I'm old school too. You know what I'm saying? You deserve some courtesy, but I could have a fire session and the brother don't want to see me again, maybe because she was on a break with her man. That was the space that she needed, etc. So yes, in a better world where we were growing up, it's nice to have some courtesy, some integrity. But unfortunately, the majority of women don't have integrity, and men are not holding them to a standard to have integrity. That's my view on it. Jenee, let's go.
Shout out Keith the Great.
Peace, Keith.
I'm just laughing because I'm just like, it's funny because it's like, man, this sounds so familiar. You know,
Hold on, just 1 second. Let me just get this shout out. I damn near forgot it. Fuck, that's why I got so excited. Hold on, give me like 5 seconds. Oh, boom. Okay, there we go. So, guys in the chat, and even women women too. You guys got to understand finesse game. Now, why am I saying this? Because men and women date with their ego. You feel me? If I meet a chick and she's interested in me, let's say it's a level 80, then she expects me to match her interests, even though I don't have the same interests. So it's like, let's go into getting left on red and ghosted, right? It could have been a situation where you met a woman on a breakup and you took her to dinner, right? But the dinner wasn't even you thought the dinner was, you want to show her you a good guy, right? And to feed her. But you know what happened on her side? She want to piss another dude out. So when y'all had this dinner, she's gonna post it on her stories for the dude that she like to contact her. Oh damn, baby, you doing that type of stuff? Same thing, but I'm gonna take accountability too. Let's say I had a baby mama and I want to piss her off. Well, boom, I'm gonna show my mood. I'm gonna post me and my new boo and her kid on Facebook, and I don't take care of my own. People do shit like this. You got to understand this. Sometimes you're just a part of a situation that you have no idea you're about. So you just think, oh, why she don't like me? Well, it's not that she don't like you. Oh, I went to Vegas, man. I hit this big booty broad, man. It was fire. She gave me all this stuff. And then she left me on red. What happened? Nothing. She went to Vegas and wanted to cheat. You didn't do nothing wrong. That was your position for the excitement for that night. See, that you get this from wisdom and ghostwriters, but you know.
Ghost game. Yeah, let me say, because I know Jenee has something to say. I'm gonna forget it too. I'm my old ass. Yo,
sorry, go ahead.
Afi said, you sometimes you get when you have an interaction in a moment with a woman, it's a role that you're playing. She want to make you jealous. She's trying to get over the nigga. She's trying to see what's out there. Again, that comes with wisdom. That comes with discernment. That comes with experience. You can't take that shit personal. You know what I'm saying? You can't take it personal. And women too. And I think women do a better job at that than men nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Men get more in their feelings because men are trying to understand women through YouTube, through books and shit. And when they have that knowledge and they have that one date, they fuck it up and they fumble. So at the end of the day, there's some value in the red pill community. Definitely, there's some value in that shit. But the best value you can get for yourself is to go out and make mistakes, have some losses and have some wins. That's the only way you're going to understand women and yourself for that matter. So that way you can learn from that and not make the same mistake.
Right. Let me throw myself an example. This is a quick story time. So boom. I remember I was in a relationship and it was wrong because I knew I fucked up. We know when we fucked up. So I fucked up, right? And she broke up with me, right? So she broke up with me because I fucked up. I did some cat shit. But the whole thing is I had a rotation, right? So I fucked up. So she wasn't giving me no action or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? When she was like, I want to hear you out, boom, ice, the whole rotation is gone now. See, the rotation like, oh my God, we went on dates. We had a threesome. We had sex. Oh yeah, but my ex, she want to talk now. And not just the one I love. Y'all out. But I'm not going to explain that. Hey. Oh yeah, we had a good time. But you know, just y'all out. So it happens on both sides. Shout out to Oaktown for the super chat. He said dropping some change in the jar tonight. Y'all need to drop some Mocan.
Peace, Oaktown. Jenee, what were you gonna say? We cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, that's the thing. I mean, Afi just did it. I mean, it happens on both sides because like we experience it a lot from men. Because I think men are very like experience focused. You know, like they want the experience. Women are more like future focused. Like we visualize, you know, that's why I say guys tell us a dream. Like we have a fantasy in our mind of like being with the guy long term and maybe getting married or whatever. Like we sell ourselves that fantasy when a connection seems really, really good. And so we experience a lot of where it seems like such a good experience, but then it just like, you know,
You said something very important. You said men are experience driven. They want to experience it with the woman. That's the fucking problem. The man is supposed to be the experience. Wow. Listen, when a man is well-rounded, right? He reads, he's traveled, he's had some experiences with women. He becomes the experience. A woman can see that, right? So let's say you saw that dude, you were like, yo, I like this dude. Hopefully the way that you felt on his physical matches the experience and his mindset. The key, that's what it is. Men need to be the experience. Show women an experience. Be an experience for the woman. And it's not just sex, it's everything. Teach her something new. Find out about what she likes and tell her what you like. You know what I'm saying? Teach her shit. Because a woman will always be intrigued by a nigga that she can learn from. You know what I'm saying? And get some value from. And that's an experience. I mean, you want to bring a female into your own world. And a lot of these niggas don't have a world. Their world revolves around YouTube. I don't understand how these niggas are tuning in. I'm like, I see all these niggas on YouTube live and shit. I'm like, these niggas don't work. Like, how can you possibly watch all these videos all at the same time? So men need to focus on being the experience, not experiencing something with a woman, but being the experience, creating a new experience for the woman. And that way, that'll help you stand out. You know what I'm saying? But everything that you do, any interaction I do with a man, a business partner, a female, I try to be the experience because I'm well-rounded and I continue to try to sharpen my blade so I can be well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? So everything that you guys said today, I learned, even though some of the things I knew already, but it's reminded me of some things because it's very important to hear what Jenee is saying and Mahogany because they're women. They talk to other women. Women trust them. So I can learn a lot from you guys by listening to you versus listening to a nigga on YouTube, the shit that I already know. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks. It's all. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I appreciate that.
You know, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, I'm not mad at no broads. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at a nigga that fucked me over. I'm not mad at no broads because if a nigga fucked me over at my age, based on the shit that I claim I know, it's my fault. If a woman fucked me over on my age and based on my experience, it's my fault. I don't hold it against them. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I vet you, we do business together, we rocking together, and you turn at the end of it, then I'll feel some type of way about it. If a woman, we did good, we growing together and shit, and it just goes left, I'm gonna feel some type of way about it. But as far as dating and shit, I try not to get emotionally involved because I really have discernment and I try to watch people's moves and actions speak. You know what I'm saying? So I try to live my life the way I want to live it. I compromise in certain situations because peep game, me and Afi, we're both alphas. Alpha air quotes and shit. You know what I mean? A lot of people will consider us arrogant. A lot of people would consider us hard pills to swallow, but we know how to act. I know how to suppress my energy when I'm with him because I'm in his house and vice versa. That's how you know real G's. Real G's don't give a fuck about other niggas' success and shit. Real niggas know I'm gonna bring success to you. Let's break bread together. So real women amongst real men are acting accordingly, and we're acting accordingly around you guys. I don't care about what they say about you on YouTube. I don't care about what they say about because I don't really know you, but I know what I'm experiencing right now, and it's all good.
Thanks. You got something you want to say, Mahogany? You ain't talked in a second.
I'm talking over her.
No, I'm just enjoying it. I'm really just chilling, you guys. Great convo. I'm really grateful that I got to be up here with you two. I hope we can do this again, Alfie. But basically, yeah, I don't really have too much. I'm just chilling. If you guys got a question for me, I'll answer.
I like this little vibe. I wouldn't mind just touching on just a random topic. Like maybe next time, like some type of situation where Kanye get divorced, not that, but something like that. You know?
We'll figure something will come up. Something will come up.
Let's round table it out and talk about it. And,
So
this guy,
go ahead.
Oh no, I just want to say guys who want to date. Let me turn the music. This is some serious stuff. Guys who want to date, want girlfriends and all of that stuff. Before you do any of that, you got to understand what's important to you, man. You got to understand what's important to you because it's going to be a point where her looking cute and you like her ain't going to be good enough. What do you want out of her, and what do you want to do with her, and what do you want to do with yourself? You know, I mean, you gotta, because any relationship you have, you're not gonna be a boss player. You're gonna have to make sacrifices to make it real. You know, I had to make a sacrifice. I used to have a lot of chicks. Now I got none. But guess what? I sacrificed. I got a peace of mind. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
I'm an author of 6 books, right? And instead of getting paid once a month, I get paid 30 days a month. Yeah. See, that's what happened with the sacrifice. Because me doing this stuff and you guys, the more respect y'all put in my name and the more I do it, and you guys are like, you know what? Afi was a cocky guy, but he's really a hard worker. He goes live every day, sometimes twice a day, daily pay. He really works hard. He got his food channel. So then the donations increase, right? Because of my hard work. So now I can just be walking my dog. Damn, there, go ahead, $200 cash app, right? Or whatever. And then it can happen again. See, but dealing with the women ain't gonna get me that. Dealing with the women mean I'm gonna be out here going on this date, on this phone, This one missed me. Damn, I was gonna write my book, but now I gotta. She coming over. See, so you gotta make sacrifices. You gotta know what your idea of happiness is. Mine is a peace of mind. I don't care about nothing else, sex, none of that. If I don't have my peace of mind, I ain't got shit.
Yeah, let me piggyback on that before we go because the clock's running. Afi said
Yeah,
some
we're going
shit.
10 more minutes, y'all. So if y'all got a question,
We got about 10 minutes, more minutes
Yeah,
left.
please keep it going, please.
Afi said, guys who want to date, women who want to date too. I mean, you got to know what's important to you. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. You got to know yourself. You got to look at yourself in the mirror. A lot of times, for me in particular, I noticed that I've been with some chicks, not in a condescending way, but the way that I look at them is a reflection of themselves that they don't like to see. And I say that to say this, that a lot of women have this bravado. You know what I mean? They're lied to from their friends, their family, making them feel like there's something that they're not. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very important for a man to know what is important to him, number one. Number two, be that. Be the person that you want to be and shit. And you will find that it'll save you some more time for dealing with the riffraff and shit and getting mad over somebody. Because for me, I'm not mad for a woman getting money, trying to use a nigga, do what she do. Because you know why? That's what she's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't get mad at women, and I don't get mad at women for having criteria that they are looking for. He needs to make this amount of money. He needs to be this tall. He needs to have 6-pack abs and shit. I get it. I get it. I met bros that had a laundry list of shit, and I didn't meet some of those criteria and shit, and I got them. You know what I'm saying? And we had some fun. So at the end of the day, it's important for women to have standards and shit, but standards can be manipulated too. You know what I'm saying? If she's really interested in you, you can overcompensate for some shit just by being you. You ain't gotta have the dope body and shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to be mad rip, and now I'm decent. But if a bitch says I want a nigga with 6-pack abs and shit, if I take off my shirt, I'm decent, but I could bag her even though I don't have 6-pack abs. You know what I'm saying? So find out who you want to be and understand if you want something, go after, whether it's a woman, fuck her criteria. You know what I'm saying? If she want to be with you by you being you, then it is what it is.
One thing I want to say too was this, and I spoke on this before a few days ago, but I'm saying it again because y'all might have missed that one. I don't expect that y'all heard it, but one thing in the manosphere that I totally think is stupid, and I want to hear what what the women think. I think it's dumb how guys are like, they pump and dump, and they be like, "Oh, you can't be you can't be a woman's friend." I disagree, bro. I think the problem is like dudes be trying to be a friend and go on the back door to a relationship. I got women that I love that I'm cool with, and we ain't gotta have sex, and I can do shit for them, and they can do shit for me, and it doesn't require us fucking in order for that. But that's just me. Women put me on game. I was raised by women, and I get a lot of good ideas from dealing with women. They give me energy, and the discussions that I have with women, I can get an idea from talking to you two, and get a fire ass idea that I'm not gonna get talking to my partner. So I got love for women. You know what I'm saying? I got women that are important to me. So it's not. I don't like that ideology where it's making these young guys be. I feel like it's cutting them short. It's making them think like, oh well, if I'm not hitting, then she's not useful. And I don't like that. That's being put out there for guys that really think that, because you will miss out on some true blessings shutting that shit off to where, oh, if she ain't in my rotation or if we ain't hitting, then she useless. That's not true, bro. Women will elevate you, bro, just through connection, bro. Like I say, I'm right about it kind of in the book, but it's like, say in life there's a dude you need to meet, a connection. You won't be able to meet her through you. You need the woman to introduce y'all. That's real game.
Yes, you said something very important. You said a lot of the messages that are being conveyed to younger men.
Yeah, they're young, bro. They don't know no better. I don't like
right. And you said something very important. I think that a lot of the information is stunting their growth. And what I mean by that, it's stunting their growth. It's making them fearful to talk to a woman, to deal with a woman, because she has certain characteristics or a laundry list of things that she's looking for. That should never stunt your growth. You know what I'm saying? What she did with you doesn't mean that she's not going to do that shit with me. So you're right. It takes effort and bravery to go approach a woman and deal with them, despite the fact that shit has changed. But at the end of the day, that's the only way you're going to learn. Don't block your blessings by listening to someone else's sad story or perception on women. You know what I'm saying? Not all women are the same, and it doesn't matter if they're the same. As a man, you got to focus on yourself, be a man, and if she is worthy, then you could work something out with her. But at the end of the day, if you're worried about them, again, a lot of niggas are too worried about what broads are or what they're not doing versus what they should be doing, and that's the problem.
Bro, I had a woman the one taught me the credit game. Now, if you guys are 21 and over, if you don't know this, but you will understand, credit is one of the most important things you will need in your whole life, right? But my alpha vision didn't teach me. A woman taught me that. You know what I'm saying? But you got to learn from women, but you got to learn from women for values that you can use for yourself. Don't learn how to sew. Don't learn from your woman how to sew Huggy Bears if you ain't about to be selling them. You know what I'm saying? Learn some shit from her that you can also use
without compromising your masculinity.
Boom.
Jenee, talk to me.
I just want to say I like what you guys are saying. I completely agree. Like I'm enjoying the conversation.
I'm enjoying the conversation too.
But Travis said women can.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mahogany. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Going back to what Alfie was saying, and I've always thought that because I've said this before. When I was in the military, I had a lot of male friends, but once I got into my relationship and it got serious, at first I gave a lot of pushback. I didn't want to drop a lot of my male friends. However, I will say this. It is true. You can be friends with the opposite sex, and I do have friends still, but I had to let a lot of them go because a lot of them do. You have to figure out who's your real friend and who's not. A lot of them do keep the relationship open because they want that opening to win.
Yeah, baby, read that comment too when you finish.
So they can slide on in. I did find that to be my experience more than once, and then I was like, damn. So but I do have a few ride or dies that I've known for years that are still here since high school and all that. But women do have to be careful, especially when they're in a serious relationship with male friends. I just want to say that because some of them are not true. They're just hanging around waiting.
Or they didn't hit already.
Facts. On the other hand,
that's like 79%.
Yeah, on the flip side of that, the same could be said about women. Women will have my boy, my friend, to leave that shit open for attention, to bring them lunch, to be their support system. That you know what I mean. So the same could be said about women too. I think it all boils down to like if me and Mahogany are getting together and shit, and I'm uncomfortable with the fact that you have so many male friends and the frequency you guys communicate, depending on how interested Mahogany is in me, she will adhere or oblige and allow me to say, yo, I don't want like these niggas coming through, and she will cut them off. You know what I'm saying? That's if there's an incentive and she's interested in me. The woman will do that. Now, if Mahogany's man is cool with, some of the friends that she still has, then that's on them. It doesn't make him beta. It just makes him know what it is. Everybody's got a pass. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, a lot of times broads will say, yo, that's my nigga. But for me, they probably smash. And I go in knowing that. But if it gets more serious and there's some things that I don't like, I'm gonna make it be known that that's not some shit I'm fucking with, and then I'm gonna leave it up to her to decide. And based on her decision, that's gonna let me know where she wants to take the relationship. So that's how I feel about that. But let me read Travis's comment. Travis says, some women support me and spend money, but won't let me smash. They want a relationship. I'm not giving them. I can't be mad at them about that. Facts. You can't be listen, you cannot be mad at a woman's nature.
That's a good shit right there, Trav.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, salute, Trav. You can't be mad at women for doing what they're supposed to be doing. You got to be mad at yourself for not knowing what they're supposed to be doing and allowing them to do what they're doing. That's the fucking difference. That's a real man. You're not supposed to get mad at a broad. Listen, again, I know niggas 20 years. I keep saying this shit. Me and my niggas, these niggas got, they robbing us and shit. They got their hands in the cookie jar and shit. Our boys. So now we deal with niggas accordingly. Nigga, history don't matter. So I deal with women accordingly. Day by day, we see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna get mad at you. I'll only get mad at myself if I fall asleep at the wheel and I let you take over and you get me. So it is what it is.
I mean, that's a little like that's what I mean by a lot of guys' intentions are obviously it's pretty evident. It's just to sleep with us. Like it's just evident. That's the intention of men is just to sleep with us. So it's like there's just like some kind of like that's like there's something missing in where men are cool with just having these very intense sexual passionate experiences, but not wanting a relationship. And it's like you guys want submission and femininity and support and all this relationship stuff, this intimate, passionate sex, the cuddling, the kissing, the all this stuff that's like relationship, the stuff that you benefit from relationship, but you don't want the relationship. I just don't. That's not really fair.
Well, you know, that's you're probably the anomaly because you're probably the unicorn in that regard because a lot of times niggas don't, for me, I'm not saying this for you ladies, but women don't have any value to me. I give them value. So yeah, so aside from your ass and your titties, and when we meet, I swipe right and should we meet up, I'm gonna want to smash because that's all I'm looking for. Now, if it's very rare for a woman to impress me, you know, where she's been, what she knows, how she moves. It's very rare because not because I've been around, because I'm just well rounded. So yeah, a lot of niggas just want to smash. Why? Because the majority of women ain't shit. Yeah, not you guys. Again, a lot of women ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the guys in the Red Pill community can attest to that. And on the flip side of that, women could say niggas ain't shit. So I agree, both niggas and bitches ain't shit. The problem is men are not holding themselves accountable, and women, in my experience, are pointing the finger, blaming men. Women are not looking at the mirror and holding themselves accountable. So now men in these communities have to hold women accountable for what they're doing. Women are just finessing these niggas because they're not holding themselves accountable, and it's a vicious cycle. So at the end of the day, I think men knowing that if you want the relationship, you want the cuddling, you want the fire sessions and shit, it all starts in the mind. You got to carry yourself accordingly, get in her mindset if she allows you, and then you take it from there. But you can't just go after sex and want to pull out your dick and shouldn't have a porn session without enticing the broad.
I mean, it just more so sounds like these guys are upset that the women, that every single woman they want to have sex with doesn't want to have sex with them. And that's unrealistic. It's like, if they went into it with the intention of something long term, they would have a better outcome. But since they're just casting a wide net and just saying, "Oh, she's hot, I want to smash. She didn't let me smash," and they're pissed off about it, it's like you didn't have any good intentions for her anyways, and she probably felt that. She probably noticed that.
Jenee with the fire game. Come on now.
Let's go. Now you know what Jenee said.
Dark Ninja. We saved your life the other day, bro. I hope you listen.
Peace, Dark Ninja. Yo, check it. Me wanting to just smash doesn't mean that I have bad intentions. You know what I'm saying? Me wanting to smash can be a good experience for you. But at the end of the day, for me, if we're dating and you're hot and I want to go out with you, I'm gonna want to smash. So for me, it's smash first, then get to know you later.
Here's the thing. I think that men think like, oh, me just wanting to smash you is a great experience for you. And it's like, okay, the sex part, because I've experienced before, the sex part is a great experience. Yeah, that's great. But women's hearts are in our vagina because that's where we birth the human race from. We have our hearts in our womb. That's where it's at. So when you're going and you're making love to our soul, to the the creation of where creation comes from, like the center of like our universe, our soul, you're going to making love to our soul and then saying, I don't really want a relationship with you. You don't think that's fucking like heartbreaking? I mean, you can't do that. You guys can't go out and be out here trying to take women's souls and change women's lives with your penises and do all this stuff, but you don't have any intention to actually have a long-term relationship, because that's what women want. So you're saying that you're doing something for us by giving us this experience. And yeah, this might be the best experience we had, but then you take it away.
Let me say this. You gonna say something?
Yeah, I'm about to give y'all some life-changing information right now. I want money after this because I'm saving y'all a million headaches, bro.
I want to say something.
I want my $20, man. Look, this is the real stuff, and I'm preaching to you guys in the chat, especially the young guys. This is not being entertainment. This is real shit. Understand that. Really understand, because I know, just like when you're 17 in love, you think that person is forever. Like, you can't be convinced otherwise. No, I love them. No, we did. You realize where you're at now, that's not where you're going to stay. You can go different places. I use myself as an example. So me, to be honest, sex ain't never really been my thing. But when I was younger, I used to have sex with a lot of girls. But why did I do this? Because because it was easy. I figured out like cheat codes and stuff to sleep with women easy and fast. So I kind of got a kick out of doing all the shit that I was told I was supposed to do and not doing it and getting the same results. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why that got boring to me is because the outcome got too predictable. You feel what I'm saying? Like, boom, I can see if I go on a first date, I'll charge a chick to the game. Like, no, that's not it. I'm not gonna waste time on that because I'm gonna waste time on the ones who I'm gonna get past. So that built it up, right? So boom. Then it got to a point where that got boring, and then I still liked the chicks though. So I still had the chicks, but the sex stuff was pulled out because I got more into this. And so the sex stuff was, but the chick's still there, but the sex stuff ain't like every day and all of that, right? So boom, then that's another phase, right? So when I'm at that phase, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me, no, I'm grown, I'm 30 plus. Like this is where I'm at. I'm grown at nope. And then what happened was for me, I did the monk mode. Boom. Now that killed it. But the reason why I killed it is because of this. See, I always like money more than sex. But it's different when you get money because I know how to get money, but it's different when you get money on your terms. So once the monk mode, it kind of gets you into your groove, and then you realize all these possibilities, then the sex just it stopped being important. Because it's different. You can work a job and get a hell of a lot of money. Say I get hired for executive director of this building right here. Okay, that's 500,000. Wow, I'm rich. But it's different because you know that's what the max is. When you get into something and you figure out there is no max, it's life changing, man. So just understand that because when you first heard me talk, I would never say this. Like the chicks, man, I'm telling you, bro. When you realize you can just do what you love and get the lifestyle if you want based on your hard work, not based on how long you've been doing it, trying to get a promotion. The more you do it, you promote yourself. If y'all don't understand that feeling, that's a feeling that you're missing out on life if you ain't never felt it. You should desire that as just as much as sex. If you like sex better, just try them both and then figure it out. Don't just say, I don't know what I'm talking about. Try it first. If you do a monk mode, don't do a monk mode to just be playing video games and not dealing with women. Figure out something, man. And I still love women and sex is still good, but it's just different. And it can never go back to the other way.
That was excellent. Let me say something on what Jenee said. Jenee said that our hearts are in our vagina. I disagree with you. I think a woman's heart is in her mind. I know a lot of dudes that bag abroad, but steal. I guess I hate niggas that say steal their soul, but really get in her mind. And the sex is lackluster for the woman, but she'll deal with that because he already got her mind. I think a lot of times when I'm going in for sex, it's just for sex. You know what I'm saying? I can't necessarily make you fall in love with me because I bang you out. You might love the dick and all of that shit, but for something of substance, you gotta get in her mind. I think a lot of dudes they leave with sex. They want to see her ass, they want to see everything. And don't get it twisted. I'm like that too, but it's an order of operation. I want to know how the broad is. I want to see how she moves. Check it. It's a story time. So I knew it. I went out with a broad. I knew she wanted me. Let's not get it twisted. I knew it. Not me being egoic. I knew it. But she didn't have sex with me the first night because she wanted to make a point. And the reason why she didn't have sex with me was because she saw some potential in me and she didn't want to be perceived as a whore. Now, we talked about it afterwards because I got with her. We had a little relationship, but I knew what it was. And we always would chuckle about it. So what I'm saying is this. Men need to really focus on their mouthpiece and figure out what the woman likes and how to entice her in her mind. Not by strategy, not with corny lines, but just by being a man, because men are scarce out here. Real men, niggas like us and shit that just move accordingly, know how to talk to women, know how to diffuse a situation instead of not using these vocabulary words that these niggas use on YouTube. So I think, to me, women's hearts are in their mind. And once you get their mind, everything else follows. You know what I'm saying? So you can really get somebody in their mind and blow. So if you can blow their back out and have their mind, you got them. That's how I feel.
I think they're attached. I would say that
P. Rock says, I think this was a question for Jenee. He said, if a woman's heart is in the vagina, why are so many women making it so cheap through this hookup culture?
Hold on. Hold on. No, wait, Jenee, hold that thought. Mahogany had something to say. Sorry, Mahogany. Go ahead.
it's okay. I was gonna say to her comment that it's in their vagina. I do think it's definitely attached. When a woman decides to lay down, most women in their natural state, when they're deciding to give you their body, they're opening up a part of themselves. I don't know if men will ever really understand that, how deep, especially if she loves you. So I definitely think they're attached.
That's what.
Mhm.
So I'm saying you're the anomaly. You know what you guys are saying. I'm not saying that you're lying or anything, but what you guys are saying are not reflective to what is going on in these fucking streets, bro. A lot of women are laying down with dudes like it's
Well,
nothing.
see, that's the problem. Is see, here's the thing. You guys have to remember. You heard what Afi said when he said when you guys are on Tinder or whatever. You guys are picking certain women that are easier to sleep with. So when you go and you expose
I didn't say
yourself,
I didn't say I was picking them. I said it got easy. That's a big difference between me picking the
okay,
easy one. No, I said that I'm not wasting my time trying to win ones over because I like them. Like, ooh, no, I got game. The fourth date, I'm gonna win her over. Like, no, it's charged. Whether I thought she was cool. That's what I meant.
Go ahead, Jenee. Go ahead, Jenee.
okay.
Sorry.
Well, I believe that you attract who you are. So if you're going out, like, you guys are basically telling me right now that you're going out looking to be a hoe. And then you're upset that you're attracting hoes. And it's like, well, what do you expect?
For me,
I mean, it's just a matter that's just what it is. Because see, I don't have dating apps. I'm not on Tinder. I'm not interested. I don't want anything. I've never had a one night stand. Have I had sex on the first night? Possibly, but I've never had a one night stand. And it's just something that that's not my thing. I'm not going to go to clubs. I'm not going to hook up on Tinder. I'm not going to do that. Because if I want to have sex, I have
Options.
the opportunity. I have the opportunity that I can call somebody that I know and I know cares about me. And I know that, like, isn't just somebody it's not a random person off the street. Like, I have some type of relationship with, so it's like, for me, it's like, I think it's who you expose yourself to, because there's tons of good women out there, but it's like, you're not looking for that though. You're looking for sex. So that's what you're getting. And then you're complaining that you're getting that. And so I think there's just some kind of, I don't know.
You said something.
This is just not just a comment. One misconception that I think is weird too is because when people hear like slut or promiscuous, they kind of have an idea of what that looks like. And what you don't understand is there's the characteristics of people, they're inwards, they're not outwards. So people think when they say when we're talking about thoughts and Tinder and all that, they think it's them chicks that's twerking and all of that. Like, no, bro, it's so a guy will see a woman in a suit and be like, oh, that she's conservative. No, she's a conservative freak. You don't know her sexual desires. It's not just the one that's just got OnlyFans. It's regular chicks out here like Mahogany who would shake it for daddy. She'll shake it for daddy, right? You think she ain't gonna shake it for daddy, but she will. So you got to understand that. Y'all just think it's the Instagram ones with a lot of followers and the OnlyFans and the ones that just be, in bathing suits all the time. And then y'all look at the ones who seem like they nice. No, people are who they are inside, though.
Jenee said something. Let me piggyback on what Jenee said. Then we can answer Pete Rock's question. Jenee said something very important. You attract what you are. That was powerful. You attract what you are. That's a big fact. If you bag a ratchet broad and you complaining about the ratchet broad, perhaps you're ratchet in your own right. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between opposites attracting. So let's say I'm hood. Let's say I'm hood, right? I'm hood and shit. I'm on the block, and then I bag an executive woman, a lawyer and shit. There's a difference. It's opposites attract. But what I'm saying is, men are complaining about women instead of complaining about themselves, and perhaps not looking in the mirror and saying, damn, I keep getting dogged by these women, maybe because I'm attracting who I am. So that's the shit. Because a lot of times for me, I intimidate a lot of women, not because of my bravado, but because based on, and not even because of my standards. It's just that I've been with women that said that I intimidate them. You know what I'm saying? Because just my presence. And I feel like I attract, when I was younger, I attracted people that I thought I needed to have. But now that I've become older and I understand myself, I'm only going to attract people that are going to be conducive to what I want to do with them. You know what I'm saying? And that takes time. You're not going to learn that on YouTube, bro. You can get a course, you can read a book and shit, but you're not going to be able to choose the right woman until you know who you are. But that Pete Rock, let's go back to when you get a chance, Avi. Pete Rock had a good question.
That's one thing I was gonna say to you. Like I could see that you attract what you allow. Like if you keep allowing ratchet women in your life, if you keep allowing because you just want to get some pussy, like I just want to have sex, I just want to bust a nut. So you keep allowing ratchet women in your life. You're telling the universe this is what I accept. So if you keep accepting that, and that's with everything. If you keep accepting, unemotional people or unemotionally available people in your life, or abusive people, or whatever it is, if you keep allowing certain things, it's what you allow into your life. It's what you continue to allow and accept into your reality. It's like it can happen once here or there, but if it's continuous, there's something that you have to look at and be like, why do I keep allowing this in my life? What standards, what boundaries do I not have?
Hey, you know what's crazy? What's crazy? They say, men in the sphere, they promote men to have standards. But when a woman has standards, right? Because she understands what Jenee says, you know what I mean? I attract who I am, and she has a standard, even if sometimes those standards are delusional. Let's not get it twisted. Not you per se, but a lot of women's standards are delusional, but they have these standards and shit, and men get mad at that shit. You know what I'm saying? So let's say, for instance, I see a broad, I know her, I already peep her. She has a crazy standard. I'm not even fucking with her, because I know her standards are delusional. So, you know what I'm saying? Again, it takes discernment. And the way you have discernment is by knowing who you are and being who you want to be. That's the key. A lot of women's standards are delusional because they don't know themselves. My standards are very realistic. Why? Because I know myself. And that's the important thing. That's the teachable moment. Men and women need to really know who they are, not based on the horoscope, not based on what your family and unconditional friends tell you, not your lonely friends. Find out who you want to be and be that person, and you will attract the right person for you based on who you are. A lot of people don't know themselves, so their standards are like this, like that. It changes, and their standards are not realistic. For me, my standards are high because I have value. I know what I can bring to the fucking table. I don't, and again, a lot of women don't have to earn my idea of what value I can bring to the table. And that comes in increments. That comes in time. I don't put my whole hand out on the table just to entice the broad. The broad has to give me things, show me things so I could show her things. You know what I'm saying? So there's time for that.
Oh, somebody, we didn't put her in sex mood. She didn't got turned on and put the fireplace on. Dr. Catherine Anita in the building. War strategies are not what a general will call games. War games are war games. And shout out to the beautiful JB. We got like 4 more minutes because a brother got a consultation at 6.
I was gonna say I gotta go. I was just showing you guys my atmosphere.
Make some s'mores.
I was just showing you guys my atmosphere. That was,
we're putting you in a vibe and shit.
I got a whole vibe going on. It's gonna be lit tonight.
You go.
Not like that. Not like that though. Not like that though. Not like that. I went to homies.
Okay. We about to wrap it up, but Mahogany, what do you have to say? Anything you want to chime in?
No, you guys said it all. I don't have much tonight. Just that I enjoyed being up here. Alfie, you gotta invite me again, especially when they come up. I had a really good time. When I will say this, I'm surprised nobody asked me why I was in my closet.
It's all good.
Well, why are you in your closet?
Girl, I just let you be you. I was like, that's what she feels.
My bedroom, so I just had to kind of hide up in here, but they're gone now anyway. But I didn't want to move the laptop around and move everything around, so I'm gonna sit right here in the closet. But I thought for sure somebody would want to know.
Where can they find you, Mahogany? Where can they find your channel, your Instagram?
I need to do better with Instagram, but I'm mostly on YouTube. I am on Facebook, but my name is different on Facebook. It's a long story.
You need hold on real quick, Mahogany. You need to get on Instagram. I don't give a. There's no way to fuck around it. If we want to call ourselves content creators, whether we social media people or not, you got to get with the times. You have to.
I will.
Like you look it now. I won't look. Put it like this: you get on social media and your following grows, and then your channel goes crazy. Don't say I didn't tell you so. Like. You have like Jenee got 20,000 followers. She get it. Like you gotta have that. We're influencers. People care about what we say. You have to have the internet shit going.
So what's your YouTube channel? Mahogany?
My name Mahogany Rootz and MJ, and I guess if Alfie allow me, I'll drop my link. Before I
drop it.
Okay, I will. Yeah, you just never know. It is. I think Alfie, you
Y'all drop your cash apps too, Jenee and Mahogany. Somebody in here gonna simp on the low. They ain't gonna do the super chat. They'll hit your cash app on the low. I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
I do want to say this though, because I feel like I've gotten a reputation for being combative against these men in the manosphere. I'm really not. Alfie knows this. Like I'm really not combative at all. So that goes to show you that these people that I've had to go up against, maybe it's them. I'm just saying.
Could be. Jenee,
It is them. It's definitely them. Like I mean, like I already know how I am. Like it's not that I'm kind of like a don't start no shit, won't be no shit type person.
Right.
You know, I'm from the Bay Area. You know, that's what me and Ashley we pull.
Hold on. You're from the Bay Area. How come I didn't know that? What part of the Bay Area?
I was born in Vallejo. I told you that.
Oh, okay. Well, no. When you said the Bay Area, I was just thinking this girl from Oakland, and I didn't know. Okay, that's why I didn't.
No, I was born in Vallejo. I have family in Fairfield. I have family all over the Bay. So, but like I just feel like, you know, I'm cool. I'm hella chill. I'm a really cool, calm, collected person. But then, you know, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. And once you start some shit with me, it's like I turn up. And especially if it has to do with my friends or I'm protecting someone, I'm definitely gonna turn up.
So where can they find you, Jenee? What's your Instagram and your YouTube?
My Instagram and my YouTube is Jenee Amore. So everything's Jenee Amore. Everything's Jenee Amore. My Cash App, the O is a 0, if you would like.
Okay.
So yeah,
right.
everything's Jenee Amore.
All right. So yeah. So we appreciate Mahogany and Jenee. You know, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Alpha Villains. I also have a YouTube channel as well, Alpha Villains. You know, me and Afi does this every day, but me and Afi link up every Thursday in the morning. We just did a special one because we had Mahogany and Jenee on there. And you know, this conversation was good. You know what I'm saying? I kind of knew what to expect. I know a lot of people didn't. You know what I mean? I know that they thrown a lot of stones at you ladies. And you know, for whatever reason they did what they did, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you ladies, but I appreciate how the vibe went. You know, you guys were very respectful. We were respectful. We agreed to disagree on some things, but I think there was a lot of value and information that was needed in this space. Because again, the biggest takeaway from me is, and I stand by this, you know, men don't know themselves, women don't know themselves. So a woman would rather try to understand a man versus understanding herself. And that's the fucking problem. So we appreciate y'all, man. You know, and anytime, you know, it's Afi's home, but you know, whenever y'all want to do this, man, I'm ready.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yes.
Yep. I got sexy for y'all because I seen the fireplace. I got into sex mode, and I had to realize, damn, I got consultation. It's the wrong timing, it's everything. So appreciate everybody. If you came in late, I would say that if you didn't watch the whole video, you're doing yourself a disservice. Even if you came 1 hour in, go back and watch the whole thing because it was a whole vibe up and down. The last 30 minutes doesn't represent it doesn't represent everything. You got to see the whole package,
the entirety, right?
So make sure y'all like the video on the way out. Right. Make sure y'all share the video to like 10 people you know. Subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm telling you, a lot of you guys still not subscribed. My shit just comes up on your suggested because you watch 3 or 4 videos. I know how it goes. And you think you ain't got to. No, subscribe. And yeah, go ahead.
And if you guys like the vibe, you like what we did, man, leave a comment in the chat. You know what I mean? Maybe Afi will want to do this again. Maybe Mahogany, Jenee will want to do this again. If you like the vibe, you know what I mean? Next time if we do this, you know, participate more. Give us some more conversation. Give us some more topics you guys want us to touch, and we'll see what the street says, and we'll take it from there.
Right. It could be the 4. I don't know. We'll think of that later. But follow me on Instagram at Dominance Mindset and Raw Game, and make sure, most importantly, y'all cop the books. Conversations with the Mind, Keys to Future Self, Analytical Confusion, Finesse Game, Dominance Mindset of the King. Make sure y'all leave the reviews too. Don't quit DM me telling me y'all like the books. Leave the fucking reviews on Amazon. Leave the shit on Amazon. Now she want to be sexy and all of that now.
Yeah, she is. See, that's that shit we was talking about. She did that shit when we was leaving.
But see what happens? You know she look good and sexy with the pink on and how she walking. I got to get to some money. See?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? She did that shit on purpose when we were leaving. We were ending the show.
Yeah. So we gonna all get together again, and you know, we men and female ain't got a beef, man. It ain't that serious, bro. And you can talk to women without wanting to have sex with them. That's the main one I want to say.
Let's go.
So y'all have a good night. Make sure y'all drop a comment. It's 3 kind of comments y'all need to leave. The comment is bring it back. That means if you put bring it back in the content in the comments, that means you like the vibe between the 4 of us and y'all want to do it again. So you're gonna leave bring it back, fire signs. I'm giving y'all options. Bring it back, fire signs, and or I need y'all to name my food channel because I told y'all earlier the talking to stranger shit. Quarantine killed that. So I'm trying to rebrand the food channel and fucking y'all kidding, Dre. You missed the epic one, bro. You tripping, bro.
I got a question.
No, not right now. Why y'all always do this? I'm talking about in the comment section. Y'all saying it now. It don't matter right now.
Word. Mahogany, what's good? Bring it back, girl. What's up?
Oh, I wanted to know because you were mentioning somebody having opposition or whatever to me. What was that about?
Who?
Huh?
Oh, in the chat room? Can you guys hear me?
No.
Nah. I think Afi turned on a feature where it's only members only will be able to participate in the chat because the 2 of you ladies have had stones thrown at you, so we didn't want to have any disrespect in the chat. You know what I mean? We wanted to. That's what real men do. We control the situation. You know what I'm saying? So Afi did it like a G. He controlled the situation to make y'all comfortable. That's what men need to do. Men need to make women comfortable so they could be comfortable and speak their truth. That's what it is.
Or y'all can still talk shit, but y'all just gotta either join my membership or pay in super chat. So y'all can still talk shit, but y'all gotta just pay for it at tonight. That's the difference.
I appreciate that, Av.
No doubt.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.